my fear. From ashes and dust, the legend will grow. A new age of heroes the world will know. The chains of the past, they pull me down, but I'll break them all, take back the crown. A Dragonlord reborn, my fate is clear. I'll rise from the ashes and conquer my fear. Rise of the Dragonlords, hear the roar. From the depths of the earth to the heaven's door. Gifted and cursed, my blood runs true. The future is mine, the dragons will fly through. Rise of the Dragonlords, a new dawn's near. With vengeance and honor, I'll face my fear. Restoring the order, the flame will ignite. I'll claim my destiny in dragon's light. The oracle's words, they guide my hand. A legacy cursed, yet I'll take a stand. The blood of my grandmother flows in me. Her spirit guides the key to be free. A dragon's egg, my goal, my dream. To become a hero, the legends gleam. Through fire and fury, I'll restore the past. A Dragonlord's rise, the world will last. Chains of the past, they pull me down, but I'll break them all, take back the crown. A Dragonlord reborn, my fate is clear. I'll rise from the ashes and conquer my fear. Rise of the Dragonlords, hear the roar. From the depths of the earth to the heaven's door. Gifted and cursed, my blood runs true. The future is mine, the dragons will fly through. Rise of the Dragonlords, a new dawn's near. With vengeance and honor, I'll face my fear. Restoring the order, the flame will ignite. I'll claim my destiny in dragon's light. Face the curse, I'll face the past. The Dragonlord's rise will make it last. Vengeance in my heart, fire in my veins. A new dawn calls through blood and chains. Rise of the Dragonlords, hear the roar. From the depths of the earth to the heaven's door. Gifted and cursed, my blood runs true. The future is mine, the dragons will fly through. Rise of the Dragonlords, a new dawn's near. With vengeance and honor, I'll face my fear. Oh, hail the curious one, with magic deep inside. You learn the past, but you see the future's where you'll ride. A coin that sparkles, burns so bright, a path that leads you far. To city of the dead, my friend, where secrets are the star. Oh, hail the curious one, your journey's just begun. With magic in your heart, you'll find the stories yet undone. You'll twist the threads of history and make the future clear. The curious one will shape the world and never show his fear. You left your home behind, you know, to chase the tales untold. A coin, a key to tunes so deep, where whispers will unfold. A restless soul, a bond so true, with Damon by your side. Together you will unearth the past, with magic as your guide. Oh, Gale, the curious one, your journey's just begun. With magic in your heart, you'll find the stories yet undone. You'll twist the threads of history and make the future clear. The curious one will shape the world and never show his fear. is heavy, knowledge told, but still you press ahead. The future's bright, the past is gold, and soon you'll find your thread. Oh, Gale, the curious one, your journey's just begun. With magic in your heart, you'll find the story's yet undone. You'll twist the threads of history and make the future clear. The curious one will shape the world and never show his fear. Oh, Gale, the curious one, with magic you will run. Make the future bright, shining through the night. The curious one has won. In a realm of magic and mystery, where the legends come alive, under Titan's wrath and weather harsh, we're living to survive. A group of heroes, brave and bold, on a quest they did embark, to slay a bull with tusk of strength from forces wild and dark. With spell and shield they faced the beast, their hearts were filled with dread. Two hunters joined the noble quest, a foe to soon be dead. Through forest deep and river wild, they tracked the creature swift. With every step their spirits grew, this local pledge to lift. Oh, sing the tale of the heroes new, who faced the lightning tusk. With courage shown they fought the beast, and in prophecy they trust. To meet where see the oracle, their fate shall be revealed at last. Towards the future marching now, with legends of the past. To stand as one against the fall, they are on legend's trail. And one day we'll stand proud for all, to their success we hail. Oh, sing the tale of the heroes new, who faced the lightning tusk. They'll rise to heights yet known by few, and in prophecy we trust. Oh, sing the tale of the heroes new, who faced the lightning tusk. They'll rise to heights yet known by few, and in prophecy we trust. In a realm of magic and mystery, where vile corruption spreads, for heroes turn towards new goals after a hag is dead. They save where see the oracle down in a grotto deep. Many had died to Titan's wrath, but no time left to weep. Towards the Oldwood led their trail, known faces there to meet. Against corruption to prevail seems to run quite deep. Oh, sing the tale of the heroes, for who did prevail at last. The hag is dead, slain is the boar, awaiting a new task. Oh, sing the tale of the heroes, for who did prevail at last. The hag is dead, slain is the boar, awaiting a new task. Oh, sing the tale of the heroes, for who did prevail at last. The hag is dead, slain is the boar, awaiting a new task. Born with fire in my veins, half divine but full of rage. Amazon warriors raise me strong, in the sands of battle I belong. While Father fights, his shadows call, his glory waits beneath it all. I am the lion of battle strong, fighting demons all alone. Prophecies say I rise above, with strength, revenge, and ancient love. I'll claim my fate, what's meant to be. Half God warrior breaking free. Won't stop until I've won it all. Watch the mighty titans fall. Oracle speaks of destiny. 3 great tasks ahead of me. Find my mother lost in time, slay dragon's cool design. Build a weapon, never done. Fight until the war is won. Hide his legacy to see to save. To see his glory rise engraved. The arena shakes with every stride. Thunder roars and lightning guides. The titans think they've seen the end. This lion roars instead. Oh, watch them fall. Lose it all. Naturals calls me champion true. With battle cries, I'll break through. I'll restore my father's crown and make these ancient powers bow down. Not just blood that makes me strong, but every battle, right or wrong. It's time to prove what I can be. To rise above divinity. I am the lion of battle throne, fighting demons all alone. Prophecies say I'll rise above, with strength, revenge, and ancient love. I'll claim what fate was meant to be. Half god warrior breaking free. Won't stop until I've won it all. Watch the mighty titans fall. Let them hear my battle cry. As I make these titans die. Father's pride I'll soon restore. This is what I'm fighting for. This is what I'm fighting for. Born with fire in my veins, half divine but full of rage. Amazon warriors raise me strong. In the sands of battle I belong. While father fights, his shadows call. His glory waits beneath it all. I am the lion of battle strong, fighting demons all alone. Prophecies say I'll rise above, with strength, revenge, and ancient love. I'll claim what fate was meant to be. Half god warrior breaking free. Won't stop until I've won it all. Watch the mighty titans fall. Cole speaks of destiny. 3 great tasks ahead of me. Find my mother lost in time. Slay the dragon's cool design. Build a weapon, never done. Fight until the war is won. Hide his legacy to see to save. To see his glory rise engraved. The arena shakes with every stride. Thunder roars and lightning guides. The titans think they've seen the end. This lion roars instead. Oh, watch them fall. Lose it all. Naturals calls me champion true. With battle cries, I'll break through. I'll restore my father's crown and make these ancient powers bow down. Not just blood that makes me strong, but every battle, right or wrong. It's time to prove what I can be. To rise above divinity. I am the lion of battle throne, fighting demons all alone. Prophecies say I'll rise above, with strength, revenge, and ancient love. I'll claim what fate was meant to be. Half god warrior breaking free. Won't stop until I've won it all. Watch the mighty titans fall. Let them hear my battle cry. As I make these titans die. Father's pride I'll soon restore. This is what I'm fighting for. This is what I'm fighting for. Lost time. I've had to just go and run. My mother's pride and my father's curse. I'll hunt them down, make the world feel worse. I'm the toughest player you are. Hunt the beast, I'll show you war. I'm the fury
Hello, and welcome to CEN, your collective entertainment network. I, once again, am your DM John, and I'm joined by my wonderful players, actors, friends, artists, and even. I don't know. I lost my notes. And even someone who always squeals puppy no matter how old the dog is. We're here every week playing our game, going through our things. If you like what you see, please give us a like, a subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you'll always know to be here at the same CEN place at the same CEN time. And with that, let's go ahead and hit into our Odyssey of the Dragon. been our answer. A ripple of movement stirs among the gathered fae. A dryad, her bark-tinged skin a deep amber of autumn, steps forward, her voice laced with concern. But, but he struggles, my queen. He and his companions are beset on all sides. They need help. Prosminia's golden eyes flick open. A hint of something ancient, something immovable, settles in them like the weight of the world. Who dares to raise a fist against the Titan-born Dynamis within the old woods of Grandmother Thylea herself? A footfall echoed among the clearing, deliberate, slow. From the forest in the shadows of the great trees, Demetria emerges. She is a vision of twisted beauty, her skin an unnatural green as if life and decay war within her. Her long auburn hair cascades in thick, unruly waves, wild as the storm she carries in her eyes. She moves with a predatory grace, every step silent, her lips full, red, freshly spilt blood, curving into a smile that is neither warm nor kind. She stops, glaring at Prosminia with a smoldering contempt. "Oh, my dear queen," purr. "Why waste breath on such foolish questions? You know precisely who I am." She gestures vaguely towards the trees where shadows shift, revealing more than a dozen pairs of glowing inhuman yellow eyes. The settlers, those murdering, deceptive, destructive wretches, those abominable dragons they commanded, they are the blight, and they deserve every pain, every death, every torment they receive for what they have done. The gathered face stir, some in agreement, some in disagreement and unease. Prosminia merely exhale, long and slow. Ah, you, ever the willful thing, Demetria, ever the petulant child. She waves a hand, and for the first time, you can see illusions start to flicker. Prosminia's lips curve into something that is not quite a smile. "We are well aware of your objections. Let us cast off illusions, Xerxes, and speak plainly for your mistress." A pause, a silence, as Prosminia casts the abjuration to dispel illusions, and Demetria laughs. "Oh, you're getting so old, Prosminia. Slipping even. You'll find Xerxes isn't here at all. He's otherwise engaged." She steps forward, the moonlight catching the gleam of her nails, sharp as thorns. "I felt your stubbornness required a more personal touch." She stops inches from Prosper, her breath warm and wicked against the elder dryad. "Won't you let me touch you, sister?" Prosminia does not flinch. She does not so much as blink. Instead, she straightens, lifting her chin with regal weight of eon. "Dispatch Laomedia to assist the Timeless One in all endeavors within the bounds of the old woods." A rustling sweeps through the trees as the command is given and a fate is set in motion. Her gaze never drifts from Demetria. "Demetria, you are hereby chastised and ordered to relinquish the Mossy Temple." The silence that follows is absolute. Then slowly, deliberately, Demetria tilts her head. Her smile widens, but the humor is gone. "We'll see about that, you old hag." Her fingers flex, and in an instant the clearing is no longer empty. There are more goatlings now, so many more. Their glowing, hungry eyes and gnashing teeth blink from the trees, one by one, until the darkness itself seems alive. And then our screen fades to black. Back to our heroes, back to whomever would like to earn their inspiration for telling us what happened last week. How could it be more inspiring, guys? Come on, Brontes, you're supposed to be a bard.
Come on, you got this. You got this, Brontes.
All right.
You talk too much bard. This should be right
This
up your
was-
alley.
Last week, Ozias, that friend of yours that we decided to help. His daughter, his daughter doesn't seem to be. She's an absolute wretch. She just blatantly disregarded my I was trying to help her. I could have sworn like she was staring daggers at me. She thought I was crazy telling her to run away.
Well, there's this belief amongst the settlers that the Amazons. Well, I think it's because, to put it lightly, you dangle. That's why she doesn't want to listen to you.
I dangle?
Yes, you dangle.
Oh, come on. Out of all things, like, I was speaking truth to her. She knows this. Clearly she must know this. Eritrea, you must set her straight.
Amazonians don't listen to men on Themis. It's known.
But she's not an Amazon. She's pretending to be one. She doesn't really understand. She's just a child pretending.
She has sworn an oath to the Amazonian queen. For all intents and purposes, there's nothing that can be done now. Oaths can't be broken.
But in that circumstance, Eritrea, she swore this oath to you after we rescued her.
Absolutely, I'm in charge.
But you also need to rein her in a little bit. She's talked off to Neri. I, quite frankly, was amazed at the amount of restraint she showed by just slapping her across the face.
Only, I told Neri not to kill her. She will pay for it in training. Neri has learned a lot from her mother, and Leto's tactics hurt a lot. Speaking from experience, I was like that once.
Really? Oh, may the gods have mercy upon us, as this is what we have to look forward to. Actually, is everyone okay from that entire fight with the wargs? My sweet word. Guile, is everything okay with you? Did you manage to do alright?
I didn't get hit much, unlike a few of you, but I'm a little tired. I don't feel the strong pulse of the magic like I have been.
Oh, at least go ahead.
I did get dragged away by one of the wargs, but I was rescued by the fearless demigod Eritrea, who ran after me fearlessly, not believing that I was doomed to the half-dead warg that was chewing on my poisoned flesh. Truly, Eritrea, you are my hero.
I thought you were getting dragged back to the nest of where all the other ones were.
Ozias.
And you have rescued me.
Ozias.
Truly, I am saved.
Ozias. Ozias.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Thank you. Last time I left you alone, you died. And the other time I left you alone, you died. And the other time I could keep going, but I thought you were going to get dragged away to the rest of the wargs, and I figured it was easier to keep you from dying if I was there when you went down this time.
And I'm thanking you for being my
I'm told it's called
hero.
being proactive.
Quit pandering to the demigod. It's disgusting.
What? I'm just saying. If it were not for her, surely, I would have killed the warg a few feet farther away from where it died.
Yeah, probably. He did this even before he knows a demigod. Guys,
Look,
it's
when
not
HBO gets a hold
thing.
of this, we're going to be rich.
Yeah.
Hobo? You want to sell this story to hobos?
Yes.
You realize hobos don't have money.
I hope you got my
because
good
they're busy
side.
paying for HBO.
I
think it's called Max now.
No, it's called Maximus. This is a Greek setting.
Are we absolutely sure that all the goatlings are gone? No one else is watching us.
mean, I took out what I could. I took out a good portion of them, and I mean, this is the Oldwood. Dynamis, you would know this place better than any of us, but from my experience, there's always someone watching.
The squirrel nods.
Squirrel gets it.
Corinna had said that there's
Yes.
voices everywhere, so I would be careful what we say.
Yeah, probably.
Corinna looks to you and she says, "Yes, the very trees obey Demetrius' commands here. She has all of my friends kidnapped. She keeps them there. I was barely able to escape."
Which direction do you remember? Which direction you came from? Does anything look familiar?
Oh, yes, I know exactly how to get back to the Mossy Temple.
Okay.
I'm an excellent tracker. I've been practicing.
I don't have a good feeling.
An
about
Amazon
this.
must know how to hunt.
That is true. We learn to hunt as soon as we can walk or crawl in most cases.
Well, let's see if you can continue to lead us there. Fine. If anyone saw last time how I managed to wrangle in that work, that was awesome, right? Total thumbs? Thumbs up,
We need
everybody?
to get you we need to get you like a mount or something, Brontez. I feel like you do really good on in mounted combat for some reason.
I absolutely...
Peter says, "Hey, we've got 2 mounts over here. He's a little big for the piglet of legend, but Schnuckelfeather, why don't you mount this with me, huh?" And you can feel the gauge of the oracle turn towards the Oldwood.
Phrasing?
Okay, well then you mount it and I'll just watch, I guess.
Again, phrasing.
Why is everything cold?
Phrasing.
We will work on this later.
All right. But
The oracle told me
can
that I had a great destiny in my future. I can't wait to meet Destiny. She sounds great.
She's a lovely woman.
I mean, there
What
is.
about you,
there
Blondie?
is
Is that your
there
middle
is-
name?
Kyle takes 2 steps back.
The
You
other
know you can
Blondie.
shoot me, but it would just be Cupid's arrow.
I
Right. Well, Tanais, are you doing all right as well? You drew a lot of their attention during that fight.
He looks and he's. Yes, it seemed that the gamble paid off. They This happens anytime I leave the city. Lutheria's children have an unnatural interest in ending my life.
Let's see if we can keep
That's
that
But
right.
it worked
Junior
out
with us.
in your it worked out in your favor this time. That's why
Let's
I
see.
started learning how to fight. Make these smoke pellets.
Well, they absolutely came absolutely handy. Without that dropping that smoke pellet right before we got ambushed, and Eritrea letting us know what was happening, I fear that things would have been for the worst. Thank you, Tanais. Your intuitiveness and inventiveness has always been a blessing.
The Myrmidons stand ready to serve the dragon. All one of us.
Because if there were 2, this war would be over.
You can always recruit. I've recruited more Amazonans just from leaving Thepis, apparently.
That was the easiest
You,
recruit
you're
I ever saw.
unemployed. You now have a job. And Peter says, "Well, I've got a job? What does that mean?" He goes, "We will discuss more off camera."
This one
And
would have
thus
taken a
Peter
job.
became second in command of the Myrmidons. I'm sorry. Carry on.
Gael points to the new girl. He goes, "This one would have signed up to be a cook if you told her to. She was eager. Easiest recruitment ever.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
We didn't even have to give her a signing bonus."
Oh, I know. This is pretty easy.
She looks and she goes, "Wait, you guys are getting paid?"
Yeah.
What's the signing
You
bonus?
didn't know? You just have an internship. Not even an internship. You're a junior intern.
Wait, we have internships?
In fact, you owe dues.
We have interns?
We have a hiring process?
Yeah, welcome
She
to the
sidles up
interview.
next to Eritrea and she says, "Your males, clueless."
Yeah, but they're capable in combat and they're funny.
I'm sure they have their uses. I really like the way that
Absolutely.
one. I really like the way that one exploded everything,
Yes, he's very handy.
and then he got really big and hit things with a stick. That was cool too.
Absolutely.
When I first heard this song, I did not think it was possible to send a centaur into the sky, but now I believe all the tales.
Absolutely. Dynamis is one of the best.
I am
just
curious
like
how you can justify uh, starting a new order of the Dragonlords with so many Titanborn. Are you not on the side of your bloodline? The side of your sire, Sidon?
To be clear, Sidon is my grandfather. Second, he has ignored me for the last 500 years.
Oh my goodness, you're one of them too?
Which one were you talking about? Who is she talking to?
Yeah.
Talking to Eritrea, and she's pointing at Dynamis.
I would say the one that's obviously half Titan because he grows into, huge.
Oh.
Except his arms and legs
he's
are
not
tiny.
Oh, he's not Sidon's.
She looks deeply confused, like she doesn't have near enough lore pages to have any clue what you're talking about.
You need to go to the company website and read the About Us page.
Join that Discord and go to the lore
Yeah.
channel.
There you go.
Kyra says, "But that's enough of that, guys." Poor. Come on, look, I have this balm that I made that will definitely help you with things. And I promise there's more things in here than baby oil. And she starts rubbing your arms if you allow her. This totally might work. Maybe. Probably not. Won't solve the problem, but it'll work.
Okay.
I'll bite. Sure.
I'm not touching you with a 10-foot retractable pole.
I might be small, but fuck off.
I don't understand why you all are so mean to our good friend Brontes. Other than him dropping this bag of money, I don't know what his problem is. Here you go, friend. I hand you your coin purse.
Thank you,
You're so
Peter.
clumsy. I would say keep it in your shoe, but you don't have shoes. You don't have sandals because hoofs. Do they have hoof pouches? Do they have stylish hoof pouches? Would there be a market for satyrs having stylish hoof pouches?
I would never know. I know how to use them, but hey, you can always give it a shot.
Yeah, look, here's the idea, right? We start with satyrs and then we expand to centaurs and stygians. It will be great.
Centaurs and Stygians. You know what? Sure,
Stygians
Peter.
have hoofs, right? I think they have hoofs. I've never really seen a stygian.
We'll find. I guess you'll find out soon enough, Peter. And hey, who knows? If it turns out to be a business, you owe me half.
I'm okay with this.
We could do a sale for the centaurs. Buy 3 get 1 free.
Kyra gives you a high five.
That's a good
Her
one.
hands are very oily.
Ooh.
It is literally just olive oil.
Who knows? We can give them some hay in the rest spot.
But Corinna says, do you all require rest or something to balm your wounds? Or are we ready to be heroes and save the people who are suffering, regardless of how much it hurts?
I need a bit of a rest. I need to I need to recuperate some of the magical energy that I've recently expended. Not to mention, I need to just deal with and relax with my wounds. I need to recount some things, and I need to catch up on this blasted poem that I'm losing to that one over there. So he looks at Kyra.
Her big Mickey Mouse gloves are just covered in dripping goo.
Don't know why, but it makes me want to write faster.
The best I've felt in days. Still-
Treya,
Why do you keep eating crackers? They just turn to ash in your mouth, don't they?
Yes.
Don't all crackers.
Don't listen. It's okay.
Treya, was
I'm
that...
certain that this is not the last week that you'll be alive. I hope. You got at least one more weekend.
I can still smell the peanut butter on it.
Doesn't that just make
So-
it worse?
Corinna looks and she goes, I do not understand. What happened?
I'm dumb.
You're so proud of being a grave robber. And you said that I don't understand what happened. Can you enlighten me, Titanborn? I want to learn from you so that I too can be a great hero.
I didn't want to see somebody die like this. So I took the curse upon myself.
But now we have to see you die like that.
Yeah. But I'd rather me than someone else.
Hopefully that won't happen.
Dynamis,
Rather
if
be-
you do die, though, you know that others will die because of it, though, right? Surely you're aware of that with your oath.
We'll figure it out.
You swore an oath to us at Verces Temple. We're all oath sworn together, and then you swore an oath to Gaius. If you do die, all of Astoria will be destroyed and die.
What if you very suddenly get very, very vain and get cursed to be a Medusa for the rest of time? Then you can't starve to death.
It's not the... Well, I mean...
Just don't make eye
it's
contact
a
with me.
plan. It's a plan, but I mean, I don't think it's a better plan.
He looks and he goes, "Hey, the little girl is a clever girl. I like you. Oh, you come with Uncle Peter. I will teach you the way of things and get you your new contract because I am told that I am the manager of R's and H's around here." Kyra just, it's HR. Oh no. And just big glob of oil starts dripping down Kyra's face.
But, Guile, you were saying something?
Yeah, did Zyphos get hurt in this fight?
Oh, yeah, he's in pieces.
Do you want help putting him back together?
That'd be great, yeah. Yeah, he's a little smashed, but he did what he's supposed to do. He did his job well.
Oh, yes.
Remind me, that's a 6-hour process to put them together, right? Not a 1 hour.
Yeah,
But you
we could-
can work together on it and spend some time towards it.
Yeah, we could start.
Neri, you should probably come learn this.
Okay. And she will go and she will pay attention to you.
Giles just slowly takes over the telling of how to put it back together.
I imagine Gile's a much better teacher than Eritrea. Eritrea's much one of those people that just kind of does and says, yeah, copy that. Do what I just did. Versus Gile's like, okay, so this piece goes here, and you put this thingy-majiggy with this thingy-majiggy, and Eritrea's like, yeah, just do that. Just do what I just did. You didn't explain
As you're
anything.
doing this, you notice that Neri is very fidgety. She has always been very fidgety, but especially during instruction, she keeps flexing her fingers around, almost like she's building something with her hand.
Oh, she's
Trying
copying
to-
it.
What's the
Bit
squad
different for
doing?
you, Eritrea.
Huh?
Bit different for you, Eritrea.
Oh, what is it? Is she talking?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is she mad?
She is using Amazon hand signals, complaining to you about the child that you have sidled her with, and now she knows how Ozias feels with all of your ridiculous pets. As she is using Amazon hand speak.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how mad is she about the Corinna thing?
Oh, just about a 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, so not like the other time when I... Okay, yeah, no, we're good. Okay.
When you completely betrayed everything she stood for? No, not that bad.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I thought we were just coming back from that.
No, you definitely set the bar low, so from here on out, everything's less painful.
I'm really, really good at that. That's kind of what I go to.
I'm gonna start you off with the worst thing I could do to you, and that's betray my entire culture and society. And everything else from here is just.
It wasn't even the culture thing. It's I oath sworn her not to say anything. That was worse.
Yeah, I imagine that the implications of forcing an Amazonian to swear to be silent before men was not a pleasant one.
Nope, that's it. Yeah, no, that's the one she didn't like. It's not the culture thing, you know. Guile's useful. She knows Guile's useful. Guile can build Xiphos back without me having to. It's the whole I made her not say a word for how many years have I known Ozias?
Well,
And
not to
is our
him
agreed
about
on.
that.
Yeah. And it's as long as I've known Ozias though, so it's been a while.
So, you and Blondie, huh? You two are getting into an interesting thing. Don't hurt my girl too bad. And Corinna goes, "What do you mean, your girl? Who even are you?" "I am your new supervisor. Now sign here, initial here, in triplicate right here. I don't know what triplicate is, but maybe it's like Dwarvish. I just did Dwarvish. No, no, I don't speak Dwarvish, but I think it looked like Dwarvish. I saw it once. But you guys settle in. You take your short rest. Go ahead and recharge your short rest resources. All of your inspiration is gone. Bardic inspiration.
I was gonna say, please don't take that away.
Let's see. Inspire. Use inspire. And who else? You. Use inspire. There we go. All right. You take a short rest. You buckle in. You spend an hour. The new edition, Corinna, is very impatiently waiting to finish this paperwork. Is this really necessary? People are suffering. We're supposed to be heroes. Aren't you? Why is there a pig?
Long story.
That is
He-
Hamlet, the piglet of legends.
You have a griffin and it keeps trying to steal my cloak.
Yes, that's what Schnuckelfeather does.
So she likes you.
It means it's a very good cloak.
He also wants the cloak.
That too.
Where's Scrat?
Over here on the shoulder.
Okay. We must protect him and that little acorn forever.
Scrat nods sagely and says, "Squeak, squeak, squeakers."
With
Yes.
animal speak turned on, it says, "Do you want me to tell them the truth, or do you want it to be a surprise?"
He looks at you and he goes, "Squeak, squeakers? Squeak, squeak?"
We've already had this conversation. It's still in Speak with Animals. We've had this conversation. I know you're not a squirrel. Not really.
He throws an acorn at Ozias.
That's not nice. You'll be nice to him. Whatever you
He
said in
points at
squirrel is
Ozias and starts scrabbling loudly.
you said something mean to him in your weird animal speak.
He nods.
We're having
and then
a
he starts
conversation.
crying.
Don't you squeak at him. He's my friend. He walks away.
Would you do?
Dynamis stands up. Don't you be mean to him.
Party breaks and goes to PvP over the squirrel.
I just kind of look at Dynamis, look back at the squirrel. It's like, keep this up, and I'll tell them that you're really a person.
It's like an odd sense of deja vu, except it's not me this time.
I wish you said that in common and be like, he is people.
He's going to crawl down to that little flower next to him. He's going to pick a flower, and he's going to go up and offer it to you. And as soon as Guile and Dynamis are like, oh, and they don't look, he flicks you off, but then goes back to the cute face. He does to you what the halflings did to Eritrea.
I was gonna say this is an extreme version of deja vu, and this feels pretty good that it's not angered towards me.
And Eritrea is the only one with the passive perception high enough to notice what's
Yeah.
actually happening.
You see Ozias fall back on his back leg, getting ready to punt.
Hey,
But I was just about to kneel down and take the flower from him.
You know squirrels don't take fall damage, so if you kick him, you wouldn't hurt him.
Oh, that's right. It's not at all like I can launch him into the air or anything. I wasn't going to do that. I take the flower from him, and I say in Squeaker, but with a smile on my face, listen, we can be friends. There's no need for this hostility. And thank you for the berry. So, tuck the flower into my... Well, I don't... Does my shirt have pocket? I don't know if my shirt has a pocket.
Sure, it does now.
Okay. There's suddenly a
There is a
pocket, though.
whoosh of wind, and Kyra is out of breath holding a sewing needle. She says, I work so hard for you guys.
I tuck it into the pocket.
Always for my boys. But you guys, you take your short rest. You have this time of relative peacefulness, and at this point in the day, right? Because you guys, you settled in and you had your night. You woke up. You went to traveling, and once you went to traveling, you had some very tough encounters, right?
Yes.
But now, during this part of the day, right around lunchtime, right? It is so peaceful. The birds are a singing, and if you ignore the fact that each of these trees is easily 130 feet tall, it's relatively peaceful out here. It's nice, very nice. The air is fresh. It smells strongly of growth and springtime. It is a pleasant 74 degrees, like most days in Thylea. And you have a pretty nice picnic. After the hour, Corinna says, "Okay, all right, can we go? Can we go now? My friends are in trouble."
Well, I guess this is at a good stopping point because the next part we have to connect the battery to activate the arcane eyes.
Neri looks and says, "How does he know all this?"
I don't know, but he's I mean, look at him. He's never seen this before. He took it apart once and knew instantly how to put it back together.
It just makes
Peter
sense.
says-
How does it not make sense? Look at it.
You know, Guile, you're working so hard. What do you think will happen if you take that big one that you took from the goblin monster, the goatling monster, and you put it onto one of these little birds?
But we would have to expand the frames, the chassis, the wings would have to get bigger, but we could have a Stucofeder
Could you make a
size.
stim rock?
Oh God, that's terrifying.
I has ideas. Where's my notebook?
Guy,
That
whatever
works
you
great
need for
as
this
a
idea,
friend.
I love this idea.
We're in this together.
Whatever you need, buddy, I will help you gather. This is
We're going to need a
I'm
lot
on
more
board.
metal.
I will invest in the stocks.
I can fight things.
Eritrea gets a mecha bird for her mount later on in the game instead of a dragon.
That would be so cool. I was like, Guile's like Mecha Rock, and I'm like, you know what? Guile, buddy, whatever you need, I'll help you, because this is genius.
he's always been
All
really
right.
good at this ever since I met him. He built this small little village for a bunch of halflings. What was the name of that town? Lagos?
No,
What, the
no,
Legos?
Ligo. Ligo. No S. There's no
Le-
S in it. Everyone adds the S.
Ligo. Okay.
Ligo.
Okay.
It's
The
a
only
ti-
town the
it.
Titans fear to tread.
Because it'll break, and then it'll stab in your foot, and that hurts.
Wonderful to
That's
build
great.
with. Great for traps.
But Corinna will lead the way. As she starts to lead the way, the squirrel looks to you, Guile, shakes his head no, and points in a different direction.
Are you sure? I said, why are you giving directions if you're not sure?
He gives you big, cute eyes.
He's adorable. You kind of saunters over to Eritrea. The squirrel says it's the other way.
Up to the squirrel.
The squirrel looks at you and gets really scared.
Is it that way?
He nods, yes.
Can I track behind Krana to double check without confronting her first to make sure?
Sure.
Because, I mean, the squirrel's cute, but it's a squirrel.
Yeah, I
And
haven't
also,
told her it's a person yet.
Karena's also, you know, not practice at hunting and, you know, tracking, so.
The squirrel is absolutely wrong.
25.
The squirrel is pointing the way out, the way that you came from.
That's the way out. Look,
Are you scared?
if you stay with Guile, you will be okay.
I've only come close. I've only come close to dying once, and that was in a temple with water.
And
We're
Guile's
going to
pretty
a
good at killing things before they get to him, so you're pretty safe. I wouldn't get anywhere near Dynamis, me, or Ozias, and occasionally Tanias.
But mostly
Guile's
Ozias.
pretty safe.
For
Yeah,
for
Guile's pretty
captain
safe,
of a
though.
for captain of a
The
god, he
squirrel-
seems to go down a lot.
Hero types.
Well, you know, he had to get this promotion. The squirrel, he points
Damn.
at Tanias, and he does the evil monkey from Family Guy.
He grows on you. It'll be okay. He grows on you. He's a good guy.
What did you just say?
What?
Did you just call him a good guy?
The squirrel?
No, Tanias.
No, I was talking about you.
The squirrel
Talking
lifts his
about me?
hand and sort of like
Wait.
starts brushing his fur down, standing up taller. He puts the acorn on like a hat.
I think I missed part of this conversation. Anyway.
I reach over and I grab a leaf, then I hold it in a way where I can just like rip out a centerpiece, and I kind of bend it. I put it over him, so it's kind of like a leaf pauldron.
Nice. He wears it proudly.
If you give him a toothpick, he can have a sword.
Ooh. And give him a sword.
This sword's like 10 times his size.
No, we can have as a what's that? It's a Papa Vulcan make him a tiny little sword.
The squirrel goes down off of Guile and proceeds to mount the piglet of legend.
Oh, that's just the. Hold on, wait.
We have squirrel
snap-
cavalry.
I snap off one of the spikes off my spike armor. Like, perfect. Here.
It's a little lance.
Let's go, Quirkus.
I'm going to immortalize this in the great poem.
Fantastic.
The Squirrel Knight of the Oldwoods.
So all fun
Wait.
aside, it's been a long time since I've been back here, right?
I mean, you kind of passed by the outside edges of the old woods on your way here, or on the way to the Sour Vintage Inn with Guile, but it's been about 5 years since you were first introduced to the druids. So anytime less than 5 years. Um, but however long you've been with Guile, less time than that. You know what I mean? Or longer
Yeah.
time than that.
Could would it would I do survival or?
For what?
So I'm trying to like recall the area.
For simplicity's sake, we'll say you haven't been to this part of the Old Woods. Because just as a reminder, let me throw you back on the world map. The Old Woods is huge. It goes all the way to Aresia. You see it up there, like you guys are near Mios, to be quite honest. But really, you guys are kind of like in this part of the Old Woods. But the Old Woods goes all the way over to way down here.
Oh.
For those who might be tuning in, what's Mios, John?
Mios is it is a city in Odyssey of the Dragonlords that is built by the Discord community, and it is the French Quarter. It is the party central. It is Satorville, where people go to play with the lovely and fun things of the old. But going to the Heartlands map. Yep. So you can see this is a zoomed in version of that last map that you were just on. And still, the Old Woods. Humongous. Huge. The biggest.
The biggest of the woods.
But you all, not to cut you off, what was the purpose behind that line of questioning? Was there something specific you wanted to get to, Dynamis, or questions?
I was just trying to see if I can help with navigating us towards where we need to go.
Yeah, I imagine that you are. You know the general pitfalls of the Old Woods. This is familiar territory to you. A ranger might call it your favorite terrain, if you had it. But you get the feeling that Corinna is leading you true in the direction that you guys were headed towards, where on maps and such has been noted to you specifically by Versi and her head acolyte, where the Mossy Temple would be, where Kira has told you the Mossy Temple is. You're headed in that direction. You feel like she's leading you true.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw, she rolled like a 17, so that's really good for her.
Yeah.
But you guys travel onward, and you travel onward for about another 2 hours. It's the height of the afternoon. Even though the sun is high in the air, it is still relatively comfortable. But as you get further and further into this part of the Old Wood, the branches overhead thicken and cover the way, and it gets darker. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna stop to look at whatever that picture is. Hold on. Let me see the attachment. Where are you? Oh, noble squirrel knight, join the Discord. It's hilarious. Oh, hey, inspiration fairy. Everyone gets inspiration. Hello, little inspiration fairy.
Hey.
It looks like
It's in
she's
the it's in the Discord chat, John.
Oh, okay. That's why I could. Hold on. Oh, please don't crash Discord. You're slowing.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Dude, when I was logging on, like I felt so bad for the producer because my Discord crashed like 4 or 5 times. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna turn that into his new token. Oh man,
I
that's
love
great.
it.
Do it.
I love it.
Fantastic art.
Some other day.
He's adorable.
So, let me see. I need to get to my text here for this thing. So, Here we go. As you all travel, you can see ahead of you an ancient archway looms, barely visible beneath the thick, choking vine. This relic of a time long past has carvings worn smooth by the creeping embrace of nature. As you pass beneath this archway, the air grows stagnant. As Dynamis, you would know from your experience that you have entered the darker parts of the Oldwood, the Shadowland, as it were.
Smell
And
of
as you
rotting
do,
logs.
the ground exhales. It is not the rustle of wind, nor the shifting of branches. Nay, it is deeper than that. A long, hollow sigh, as if the very earth itself is drawing a breath. The trees groan, their bark creaking as something unseen stirs from above. And you can feel it before you can see it. There is movement in the canopy above you, slow and deliberate. A root, a vine, a limb. Whatever it is, it retracts into the branches before you can fully discern its shape. And lost in the tangle of leaves and shadow, a massive tree, twisted and gnarled, begins to shift and turn and move. The roots writhe. Its bark peels back like flesh splitting open, revealing a jagged, impossibly wide mouth. And a voice, low and groaning, echoes. You do not belong here. The ground shudders underneath this tree that has spoken. The whispers of the forest grow louder, layers upon layers of voices overlapping, murmuring, pleading, laughing, screaming, crying. The entire forest is awake, and it is all watching.
Hey, you heard him, Peter. You should probably go.
You know, if I was the kind to be easily scared off and running away like a coward, I would totally do that right now.
Waiting expectantly.
Animish, I think this is your
Yeah.
show now.
Keep moving forward.
That's all right, buddy. Let's keep moving forward.
As you decide to start moving forward, a mist rises, and this mist swirls up. Tendrils from deep within the earth, not coming across the earth, coming out of the earth, seen. Give me a second. Stuff's about to go down. Not really.
Oh.
Everything will be fine. You guys are big damn heroes.
2 seconds later, a giant boulder begins to descend from the sky.
That guy
Hey,
could
look,
throw
if you guys
boulders.
won in the first session of the campaign, it would not be a very fun campaign for you guys. Here we go. Back to my flavor text. Tendrils of cold vapor curling around your ankles, slithering between the trees, and this dense fog swallows the path ahead, obscuring sight, obscuring sound, muffling everything but the whispers. Even your hoofbeats no longer echo. And through the shifting mist in the distance, much further than Roll20 would have you think, a figure appeared. A woman, tall and slender, long tangled hair shifting as if caught in an unseen current. Her eyes gleam with the pale shimmer of water under moonlight, and she stands motionless, watching you from the trees, as if she had been there all along, waiting for you to step to her. Ah, at last. You sure took your time. And she smiles not with warmth, but with a knowing air, as if she has already glimpsed your fate. I know.
Didn't catch that, John. What'd you say?
She says, I know you.
You, you know us.
I know you. Oh, the mortal pet of my wayward sister. How she can debase herself with one such as you, I do not know. What a hollow shell you wear, Dragonlord. And you, he who would betray his own kind. Despicable. Oh, and the beloved timeless one. You're pretty hot. You're handsomer than I thought you'd be.
Where's Kyra, and is she staring daggers at me?
She is. You look back to Kyra. Are you proficient in insight?
I am.
Oh, she looks tense.
I'm spoken for.
This woman, she stands at the edge of the mist, a vision of wild beauty and quietness. Her skin is green, not the sickly hue of decay, but the vibrant shade of new leaves kissed by the sun. It shimmers faintly like dew catching the morning light, and twisting vines and delicate blossoms weave around her form. The only thing she wears, clinging to curves in a way that is both natural and tantalizing. Petals of deep violet and blood red accenting her bare shoulders, her slender waist, the swell of her hips. She looks and she says, "You remind me of your father. Oh, he hasn't come calling in so long. What a sad and pathetic man." Her hair cascades in the wild, tangled waves dark as the earth, adorned with small white flowers that bloom and wither with each slow moment. And when she smiles, it is full-lipped and red, a splash of color against the green, a ripe fruit begging to be touched. Her eyes betray her. They gleam golden and hungry, sharp like a predator's, no warmth. Only the flicker of something ancient and cruel, something that has long since forgotten mercy. She waits, seeing what it is that you'll do, what it is you'll say.
Ozias is going to check the surrounding area, look around the surrounding area to see if I see anything creeping up on us. I don't trust someone of
Perception
showing themselves.
Was she talking to me like about my father?
She looked at Eritrea when she said
I
that.
would say
Oh,
I can
okay.
assume that one was me.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Well, it's 4 minus 3 actually, because you didn't have guidance, so you rolled a 1.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Because death curse.
Hmm. I look at her and I say,
No. Should be on.
okay. So you come to us and you know of our stories. Then you must know how noble we are and how far we've traveled. I don't.
have most of your stories, especially you, doomed one. Weren't you supposed to come see little old me?
I turn around
And
towards you.
you. And she turns her head. The mist swirls around her like a lover's embrace, and she tilts her head with an expression of delight and amusement. I know something you don't know.
I gently elbow Dynamis.
What?
This is your show. This This is your and Denias' path.
I don't know this path. I haven't walked here before.
You know, I was beginning to think you'd never make it. Tell me,
She's been here before.
heroes, did you come to get lost in my woods? Come to find little me.
What's your name? I don't think you're on the list of people that we have to stop and talk to.
Her lips curve, her teeth just barely visible in the flickering lights as it gets darker. And she reaches up, twisting a red blossom from her tangled hair, and starts rolling it between her fingers. The petals darken at her touch, turning to a shade just a tad too close to dried blood. It's been so long since I've had visitors of your caliber. I need you each to make a charisma saving throw. As wildflowers, damp earth, and something rich fills the air around you.
Alright. Is this
Is
magic?
this a charm?
It is.
I
Oh,
have advantage.
It is absolutely.
okay.
I'm using
hot tail.
inspiration on this.
Wow.
We're a heavy charisma crew.
Well, let's find out. Let's see. We need one for Neri and one for Karena. And one for the squirrel.
Yeah, Karanas.
And
We're not
one
really
Well-
surprised
for
there.
one for Schnuckelfeder.
And Tanias.
Oh, I'm
Jeez.
getting to him.
Neri didn't do terrible though. Neither
And
did
one
Schnuckle.
for Peter.
I believe in you, Peter. I believe
Come
in
on.
you, Peter.
He didn't do as bad as Karina.
And
Yeah.
one for tonight.
Oh boy. Oh,
Oh, man.
Oh.
this is gonna be a problem.
Let's see here. Tanias. Peter. Karena. Yep. So she sighs as she turns the flower over in her hand before it falls to the ground, and as it touches the earth, the petals blacken, curl inward, and start to wilt to nothing. I am Demetria, and you're coming to my house now. Do be careful, darlings. It is so easy to take a wrong turn here, and I would hate for you to lose yourselves. The golden glow in her eyes flares as she smiles even more. And you can hear, though her mouth is closed, you can hear an echoing laugh as the trees around you start to shift and bend. And the path that you were walking is now gone. As new paths open and change, and she waits. All of you that succeeded, you shake off the unnatural allure that she gives off. Your instincts scream that something is terribly wrong. However,
sense.
looking, you
Makes
see
sense why Kyle
Tanias
got a
is
natural
drawn
20.
to her.
Crap.
His thoughts are clouded. His resolve is softened. The idea of leaving now seems too mature.
Would I recognize this thing as a charm effect on him?
Make an insight check.
Very well.
Can I join with that?
Sure.
I got 20.
Oh, that's really high.
Oh, I hit religion. Oh, wrong one.
Oh, it's even better.
Thanks, Kyle.
Shyster.
What's the number?
23.
Oh. She hates you. The flirtation is a barely concealed disgust when she looks in your directions. And none she despises more than Brontez. She is not interested in seducing you for pleasure. By all means, she is playing a game, and she has been waiting a long time to watch you suffer.
Yeah, she called me hot.
I look
That
at
was
her.
the truth.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that was all I was going to say.
Gotcha. I look at her and I say, you know, the thorns of a rose bush are often the most alluring. You just wish to grab the rosebud, but not to be too close and touch its thorns. Unfortunately,
Did you
I
say you
think
want to grab my bush and bud?
No, he's calling you a
No.
prick.
That's highly inappropriate, Brontez.
I was trying to illustrate a semblance of eloquency, but you know what? This is better. I snap my fingers and I look at Tanias and I cast Calm Emotions. As
Ooh.
it's like I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, witch, but clearly Versi is leagues better than you.
You don't know what game is being played here. How you're being outdone. And she sort of stands. It gets off of the tree that she was sitting on, and she starts walking towards you, straight towards you.
Step an inch closer, and I don't care what you are, whose sister you are belong to. I will strike you.
Oh, you're going to try to hurt me. Isn't that cute? What is it that I hear? And in the distance, you hear. Let's see, if you have a passive perception over 13, which I think is the most of you,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you can hear the voice of a girl screaming, "Please! God! Oh, it hurts! I need you! It's got me! Somebody help!" And Corinna, she pipes up and she goes, "Is that Callista?"
Let them go.
Does she run off?
She starts to, if you, I mean,
It's like
Is she
going
affected
to, if
by
you
calm emotions?
She would be because that is an area of effect. And she was calmed, and the charm did wear off. Absolutely worked. You saw that it wore off. You saw their facial expressions change from this sort of blank, charmed hubba hubba to a less pliable, more normal feeling. But she looks genuinely upset. And she cries out, "Callista!"
don't run off. It's like
You
what
know
do go ahead.
you know like when you're driving, or at least I do it. Like if you have to slam the brakes, the dad arm comes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she starts to go past me, dad arm. She doesn't.
Just
She,
dad arm.
She walks up to you, Guile, and she's just sort of flicks that across your chest, and she goes, "I have such a wonderful friend for you."
To Guile.
Yes. She walks right up to you, brazenly.
I don't think I'd be interested in anything you have to offer. Sorry.
Oh, and I thought you would instead be curious.
Not that curious. I went there once. Didn't like it.
Demetria, enough of games. I come as a nymph, with my companions who are mine. It is improper behavior to try and charm what is not yours.
Traitor. You bend the knee and spread your cheeks for the settlers and then try to lean upon your lineage? No. You're not welcome here just like they are. You throw your lots in with those stupid, short-lived fools. I will ensure that you are just as stupid and short-lived as that disgusting sister of mine. I wonder who's at her temple right now while you're here at mine. Or did you not think about that? And then she winks at Brontes.
I know what game you're playing. You're not doing this to me. We have a mission, and stop with these games. Let whoever you have in your forest go. We are here for the girl's friends.
She's right over there. And you can hear that screaming continue. I'm not stopping you. Go ahead. You're beneath my notice. This is your one interaction. I have no worry of you or whatever it is you think you're going to accomplish here. You've already lost. Almost like that god king of yours that you serve so much, who can't even keep his hearts to himself. "3 days him and I tussled before he ran away crying. I kept his tears
cover
in a
your
bottle. How sweet the pretender god's tears were. But then again, he has a thing for green ladies, does he not?
He's trying to goad us. Don't fall for it.
You do not bar our path to the temple?
Just to the side. Good luck finding your way. I would so hate for you to lose yourself within my home.
Then I thank you for your greeting at your front door. We will continue into the temple.
She laughs, and you see as like the form sort of melts into leaves that fall and blow on sort of a wind before being spread along the floor. She appears. The screaming continues.
I'll say, now that she's gone, I look to Krenna. Now we go after your friend.
Oh God, please help!
I'll start running that way.
As she flashes and disappears, like as she's saying it, Guile just says out to the woods, "May the rest of your day be as exciting as your personality allows."
Did you just call her boring? Oh, that's good. Drama queen, right? Ugh.
Trying to
She
tempt
was
me with all
eccentric.
the flowers and stuff, please. Now back to screaming.
Let's get going. Come on, Ozias. You're our best guide here, along with Eritrea, to keep us out of these magical woods. I can only imagine. I can only imagine if Farouch. Sorry, go ahead.
No, continue.
Okay, if she's letting us roam free in this place without trying to stop us, and she has that girl captive, I can only imagine what kind of trap she has set for us.
I choose to disbelieve the screaming.
Make me an intelligence saving throw. This voice is young, desperate, and filled with raw terror. It echoes unnaturally.
Yeah,
as
but I
if the trees
freaking
are
know where we
carrying
are.
the words towards you.
I'm using another inspiration on this. Said intelligence, right?
Yep.
17.
She screams loudly.
That's
in
real.
pain.
Okay. Let's go quickly.
So I took off in that direction as soon as she left.
Yeah.
Demetria left.
As you do, where did it go? Oh, I lost it.
What were you saying, Guile?
Says nobody split off. Everyone stay together. Etre.
Now you know what my last 10 years have been.
Quick, let's get running. Come on.
Where'd it go? Oh man, where'd it go?
Here
we go.
While
As
we're
you start running in that direction, thorns and vines tighten around you. Branches claw at your armor. Vines brush against your skin like searching fingers and burn in the air with potent poison. As you run in this direction, you each lose 10 hit points.
exactly.
Does this have any sort of effect on that, or in mitigating that for me?
The individual branches and things wither as they touch you, but they still pierce you and they still burn.
Okay. So you said 10?
10 each, except the
Okay.
Piglet of Legend,
Lucky.
who is being sheltered by Schnuckelfeder. So you have a pig on a you have a you have a you have a squirrel on a pig
Squirrel.
on a Peter on a griffin.
Your argument is invalid.
Yeah. I feel like I'm singing that one kid's song about the Ramblin' Bog.
Ratlin Bog.
Ratlin' Bog, that's the one.
It's a real good bog from what I hear.
Yeah.
We chased down our Eritrea.
But you all run through these brambles and branches. You lose the 10 hit points. You hear, you reach a clearing that opens ahead, bathed in a ghostly twilight. At its center stands a young Astorian woman, no older than 20. Her dark curls matted with sweat. I forgot to drag out her token. 1 second, let me grab a dark-haired Thylaean woman.
Well, when we get to the clearing, catching our breath, I lean over to Brontes. You know, she really doesn't like you.
Yeah.
No, I don't know
Yeah,
if you
she
got
would.
that.
No, I got that
Let's
clearly.
see. She's got curly hair, so we'll go with her. I guess she looks 20. Whatever. Good enough.
A mature 20.
It's
Her dark
it's
curls.
crowns. Crowns add 10 years.
All right, fine. I'll find it.
No, it's
She's-
good. It's
It's
good.
good. It's good.
She's had a rough 20.
He's that friend in the friend group who's just comes from money.
All right, get lost. There we go. Blam.
There we go.
Oh, looks cool.
I've got more than one. Let's see. So, no older than 20. Her dark curls matted in sweat. Her once fine chiton shattered and dirt streaked. She stumbles forward, clutching her arms as if warding off an unseen horror. Her wide, glassy eyes meet yours, filled with fear. Thank the 5 you found me. I was lost. I thought I was going to die in these woods. Corinna! And she runs towards Corinna, and she stops, and she says, wait, you're an illusion. And you see her roll an intelligence saving throw. You're just more of those evil goatlings. Don't hurt me.
Where'd you get some dice?
She kneels down and rolls an actual d20.
Oh, 14. I mean, not bad.
I die in these woods. I thought I was dead.
It's okay. It's okay. You're safe. You're with us. All right?
You're just like a guard of Astoria.
For a very good reason.
He is one.
Did
He's
you
come to
kill
save-
one?
No, he's come to
No.
help.
She runs up and attempts to embrace Ozias.
I grab Guile and move him into the way.
She embraces Guile.
Guile likes hugs.
She starts crying. She says, I was traveling with my family when I wandered too far from camp. I heard some woman call my name and the trees moved and then I didn't know where I was anymore.
It's okay. You don't have to squeeze so tight. I'm not going anywhere.
Please, I just want to go home.
We will help you.
Yeah.
All right.
I live outside of Astoria. My name's Callista. My father's a rich merchant and he'll pay you. Please just help me.
Okay, all right. We'll get you out of here. Just
Guile.
stay close.
Make me an insight check.
Guided.
Please don't tell me she's a goatling in disguise. 3 goatlings in a
Nah.
Callisto costume.
Oh man.
Where were
11.
you running
Hold on, I
from?
gotta make some rewrites. What'd you get?
11.
11. Something makes your stomach hurt.
But gotta push her off a
Like
let
you-
down.
Backer?
Like you drank stagnant water.
Oh, you died of dysentery.
Where were you running from, Callista?
Aye.
The trees, they were chasing me. It was like snakes.
I peer past her. Do I see any trees moving after
Make me a perception check.
her? All right.
Wait, oh, I don't feel good.
17.
17. As you look past her, especially you, Brontez, as you look past her, you can see that she's not entirely here, that she's not entirely part of this plane. The unrested dead does not even know that she's there, and as you look past her, the illusion flickers, and you can see her ethereal form, and beyond her, you can see Callista, the real Callista, twisted into the trees, her broken body bound to an ancient oak, her limbs woven through the gnarled bark as if the tree had grown through her. Roots burst through her chest and stomach. Her ribs are cracked open like the petals of a grotesque flower. Her face remains eerily untouched, her eyes still filled with a frozen terror. And yet she still whispers for help. And this spirit looks and she says, "Please, take me home." This time the voice comes not from her mouth, but from the wind through the leaves. She is a remnant caught in suffering.
You see, each one of you, Brontez, who was just looking past the girl, has frozen in absolute terror. He's like a man out of time, more so than he already is. He begins to quiver. Words begin to slowly begin to leave his mouth, and it says, "No." It's
Brontez, are you alright?
it, the girl.
Yes, she's right here. She's fine.
No, she's not.
Don't let him hurt me.
Brontez, whatever you saw, it's not real. It's just an illusion. This is what these things in this woods do. She's fine. She's okay. She's safe.
No, she's not. She's the unrested dead. Look, as I point towards this tree that has this woman's body encapsulated, her ribs exposed.
You can see her there. What is it? And she turns around. And when she does, she screams.
I grab Guile and pull him out of her grip.
The ghost of Callista vanishes. The trees shudder. All of the trees themselves shudder. Their bark splits open to reveal the faces of these trees, trapped and twisted in agony. Half a dozen settlers, all identical in manner. Their bodies grown through with these trees, chest and stomach bursted open, ribs cracked open and painted like the petals of a flower, twisted in agony. The wind shifts and a new voice, honeyed, feminine, familiar. Such fragile thing, these settlers. And you know that Demetria is watching, and she is very, very amused.
This is wrong. even by the worst standards I have ever known. This is wrong, Demetria! We do not do this to them!
Brontes grips his left side of his chest. He begins to grow pale. This. You can't do this. Not to the fabled dead. We need to do something.
Calm yourself.
We need to keep
Brontes,
moving.
you can feel their souls are still there, tangled in those roots, suffering.
The dead, they can't rest. I can feel it. They're in there.
I understand. But she wants us emotional. If you charge recklessly, that's her trap.
She plays similar games to Lutheria.
Yeah. It's not the her that gives me pause. It's the spirits. We have to be careful. The trees. If we keep going the way they did, we'll find ourselves in the same fate they were. We have to find her carefully.
Oh, mother, you enjoy how you wriggle.
He begins to parch his lips. You want to see what a terrified man is capable of? Let's play your game.
I hand him my maul.
I take them all.
You know, it's bad, but every
Shame.
time you say this, I just think to myself about How I Met Your Mother with that stupid song, Let's Go to the Mall. Did you guys ever watch that one?
Let's go
So
to
every time
the
in my
mall.
head, the Dynamis is like, let's go to the mall. Kyra's bleeding over.
Slowly overtaking you, John. Alright. You need to stay focused. They are a priority. But because I'm right in my assumption that even by nymph standards, even by anything I know as nymphs of what nymphs have done to settlers, this is cruelty even by our standards.
Yes.
This is wrong.
Won't you come and embrace your aunt, Ozias? This is who you are.
Then come and get a hug, Auntie. I will hold you until you are satisfied.
Wait, if I'm your uncle and she's your no, no,
Don't.
no.
Technically, you're my second uncle,
Who's your first one?
or my uncle. My uncle once.
Let's not keep this family reunion waiting, apparently.
Let's get moving. We see the trees move. We burn it. Guile, do not hesitate to throw fireballs.
Okay.
Yes, burn and destroy the old wood. Prove me right.
We only destroy what is a monstrosity that you have desecrated.
You remind me of someone, Dragonlord. Why don't you live up to your name? You must be an Archlander. Murderer.
Just haunting.
don't think
I
anything
can
we
do
could do
this
for the
all
souls.
day.
What did you say, guys?
Is there anything we could do for the souls, or do we have to keep going?
We need to come back. That is
Anybody
a
know
trap.
ceremony?
I don't.
Nope, I sure don't.
I do spellcasting.
I have possess ceremony.
You have ceremony?
I have ceremony.
Then there is something you can do if you spend the lepta.
I can. It's
You do have a frick ton of lepta.
Lepta and drachma. There's 6, so it'd be 12 drachma and then the 25 lepta to cost the spell for the holy one.
That's
What?
good. Okay, I just need to touch the corpse in order to do this. Everyone, give me a portion of your lepta. I need 25 pieces worth.
You. Let me double check. I think you actually have that already.
We can use it in the group loot.
Okay, we can use it
Yeah,
in
I
the group
think we
loot.
got a ton of it from the group loot.
Oh
Okay,
man,
then.
he put the gif up of it. I love it. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, group has 37 lepta in there, so if you need 25, it's there.
All right, excellent. I'll go ahead and do that. And this is, for me, I have as a ritual, but I can spell a spell slot to make it expedite the process.
That is true. Bards are ritual casters. You want to do that?
If we want to spend an hour, we can do that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be an hour and 10 minutes instead of an hour.
An hour, 10 minutes would be good enough.
I mean,
Uh,
what's 10 minutes if we're already waiting an hour?
Yeah.
Corinna is crying.
And you get to keep your spell slot for later.
Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and I'll give you that 20.
As Corinna's crying, I look at Eritrea, I glance at Corinna and said, "We need to know if that's all of them, or if there are any more who she knows are still."
No, I didn't even know she was here. Everyone that I know of was in the Mossy Temple. That's where I was. I was in the Mossy Temple until Lorius helped me. Oh, by the
Glorious.
gods.
Right. Let's go. All right. There are still people though who are in trouble. If we can expedite this, it might be best. If you can spare that resource, I don't know if you have the ability to do that, but there are still people who need us.
While this goes on, you see a young girl, a young Astorian woman, no older than 20, her dark curls matted with sweat, her once fine chiton tattered and dirt-streaked.
No.
She stumbles forward and says, "Oh, thank the gods you found me. I was lost. I thought I was going to die in these woods."
But you did die.
What?
Points.
Gently.
Please, I just want to go home.
We'll send you home.
You will find peace soon enough.
Oh. Yeah, so she turns, she screams, and she vanishes again. That will happen more times over this hour.
I'm gonna console Corinna because I imagine this is gonna keep making her very upset every time it happens.
Yeah, she is crying.
Yeah, I'll console her.
Amazons aren't supposed to cry. But what in the name of Mitros is going on? How can they be so evil?
There are a lot of people.
I'm gonna kill her. And I'm gonna kill every one of them like her.
Dynamis will come over after hearing her say those. He'll sit down and be like, I like the fight that you have in you, but it's not gonna make you feel better. And I've learned a lot about the Amazons since meeting Eritrea. I've never heard any rules that say that they're not allowed to cry. Sometimes things just hurt.
That's true. There's no rule against it.
Be careful with vengeance. It's usually paid in blood and not your own.
That's the point, right?
It's usually
Peter,
those around
he
you.
goes over and he puts an arm around her and goes, come to Uncle Peter. Things can be hard. But we heroes of the Heartland stand together. And now that's you two. Come to the Schnuckel feather. Look, it's warm. Oh, by the way, you dropped this. And he hands her a quiver of arrows.
He's the worst uncle.
He's the best uncle. I trust Peter with everything.
It's always
In
finding
the
things you
epilogue, I
dropped.
get to keep Peter.
Oh, no fights there.
But you guys spend another hour. Now it's like 3, 4 o'clock, and it's not supposed to be dark, but it's getting pretty dark here in the Oldwood. But you successfully take the time, and Brontez, you put these spirits to rest. And something about it feels right when you do this. Almost like for the first time since you've left that temple, you feel like you have touched on what it is your job is. Besides, historian.
As a story. On completing the ritual, Brontez, his pale expression sort of leaves his face. You see that he has been sweating for quite some time, vocalizing, extending his arms, inciting the ritual, placing where materials he has onto the ground and performing this thing for an hour. And as it happens, his butt touches the floor as his hooves fly into the sky and says, that felt... I did good today. We did good things today. He turns onto his stomach, puts his hands on the floor, puts himself back up on his hooves, says, okay, we're going to see more. And it's dark. It's going to get darker. We have to keep moving.
There is, looking around, the trees open up and you can see the remnants of a destroyed temple nearby.
As everyone together.
Please let there be no more ghosts, no more ghosts. Please let there be no more ghosts, no more ghosts.
Right outside the temple, this clearing is dominated by 7 large standing stones, each about twice the height of a man. The canopy is thick here, and small spots of dappled light pass through the rustling branches. Small creatures dart through the carpet of leaves blanketing the ground. Each of these standing stones is covered in splotches of green, fuzzy moss. They are arranged in a half circle. They are cold to the touch before the temple grounds, and you sense that they have been here for a very long time. Dynamis, Ozias, Eritrea. These stones make you feel like a warm hearth on a winter's night. And they call to you.
I'll go towards it.
Anyone else feel that?
Like, we're in a cave and it's warm. It's gentle.
Like a warm hearth on a winter's night.
I mean, to each his own. I prefer a cave. But, yes.
Is Dynamis
Yeah.
going up to it?
Yeah.
I'll get a 6. This seems like a trap.
Oh yeah.
Whoever,
Follow.
whoever
I'll
goes
get Dynamis a 6.
whoever goes in first, I'm gonna pat them on the back and I say, "Be careful," and I give him bark inspiration.
I think that's Dynamis.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Dynamis,
I mean-
you go to these semicircles of stones before this temple grounds, and as you do, as you get closer, it feels warm and it feels safe, and it is inviting.
It's that way. Never mind.
This area is it? This area up here on the map?
Sure. I mean, it's right about where you guys are.
Oh, okay.
Getting an
Then yeah.
yeah. It's this area up here on the top right. Yeah.
Okay.
Finding a map with that specific thing was no easy task, but this one's brought to us by, I think it's Heroic Maps made this one. So you go up to these moss-covered pillars. What do you do, Dynamis?
Are there any inscriptions or anything on them?
They're covered in moss. If there are, they are long worn away and covered by the forest itself. But you feel it calling.
You spent some time in the woods before, Dynamis. Is this something your old friends might have done?
He's looking at the rocks with such intensity. I think he feels a kinship with them. Shut up, Peter.
Shut up, Peter. We can all hear you. But you're right. I'll get in the center of all of them and kind of just. I'm gonna sit down and just kind of. Go ahead.
As he sits down, you hear the sounds of branches moving, and a beam of light shines down on him as the canopy clears. Dynamis, this is not Demetrius' woods. Dynamis, this is your grandmother's woods. I'm Grogu. And you feel the embrace of Thylea. You get a long rest.
Sweet.
In fact, you all have 3 long rests to dole out to whichever 3 characters you want. One for Eritrea, who is a ranger, one for Dynamis, who is a druid, and one for Ozias, who is an elementalist. But you can give yours away to one of your party members if you so choose.
I will give mine. Yeah.
I'm short rest. I mean, I'm short rest based. I give mine to Guile.
I'm so long rested. Long rest.
I'm short rest. I have some long rest spells, but I mean, I have Hunter's Mark as a short rest. That's all I really need if I spend a cell.
How
I'm
does
really short
Tanias?
rest.
How's Tanias look with his stuff?
He's fine.
I'm definitely taking it for me. I'm sorry.
You're also long rest. Brontez might need it. I don't know if anyone else.
I'm good with short rests.
Well, then Dynamis, maybe you keep it for your rage and stuff, and your long rest abilities.
Okay.
Does this affect the death curse?
No, it's not a day. It is a gift from Thylea. You get a long rest. And you, too, Eritrea, you feel the land itself wrap around you, and you can feel a blessing of Thylea given to you on behalf of the Amazonians. And Ozias, you swear that Arboress walks up and high-fives you in the face. And then you feel the embrace of Thylea, and you get a long rest.
It's a strange feeling.
And one of you channel that energy towards Guile.
I do.
Guile, the squirrel, hugs you and does a few circles around your head and then runs off. Goes up, touches the thing. He actually gets a long rest too to give away. Who wants a long rest? Because I forgot you had the squirrel.
I mean, I'll take it, but I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Brontez, do you need spell slots?
I use short rest for my spell slots.
I'll
Oh.
take it. I'll teleport more.
I was
He
gonna
was
say,
afraid
then,
of
is there
you.
are there any long rest resources that people need to regain that would be really, really helpful?
What about
Um,
Karina?
She doesn't use resources, but I appreciate
Okay.
you thinking about the NPCs. She just has a bow.
Can the
He will
squirrel
give
give
it.
his to Guile and I'll take mine back?
Yes, absolutely.
If he's afraid of me?
You stay selfish, and the squirrel will bless Guile.
I said the squirrel hates me for some reason, and I didn't even
Terrified of you.
I didn't even kill its father like the pig. The pig I get. It's justified.
No, the pig hates you. The squirrel's
Absolutely.
terrified of you.
Why?
You could ask him.
I'll tell you later, Eritrea. I think I have
didn't
an
do
idea
nothing to
why.
the squirrel. I like animals.
I know. You like all the animals that you put on me to take care of.
And they all love me.
I feed them. I do the hunting. I feed them.
Yep,
I
yep.
provide
And
for
then I
them.
take care of them. I play with them, and then they die when I
Let's
take them out.
see. Oh, hey, you guys are in the standing stones. Here we go. There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. That's good. That's neat.
Every single room of these dungeons was animated by this guy. Fantastic job.
Absolutely. Oh,
I think his username was Nacor. Thank you, Nacor. And thank you to everybody watching. But you get this blessing, and there is a temple right behind you for you to rest in. As you slowly start to make your way there, you can see that this temple is filled, Ozias. At first, you are clutched with terror as you enter and you see 6 Gigans.
eh.
Osias, as soon as he sees one, it's immediately turns around and starts walking out and just needs to breathe for a moment.
But then you notice that they are not alive. They are statues.
Oy.
These statues are smaller than Gigans, except for the big one in the middle. That one is the size of an actual Gigan, but it too is a statue seated on a throne. You can see cracks in the facade and where this temple has been overtaken. This is an old Gigan temple. The soft, worn writing on the stones from thousands of years ago is in a language that none of you speak because no one picked Gigan. Only one of you could, and he didn't.
Fair enough.
Uh,
Ozias, are
Alright.
you alright?
no, they're just statues. They're just statues. It's okay. They're just statues. They're gone. They don't exist. And you see as he kind of like pats his side. I'm all right. I'm all right. All right. They're just statues, right?
They're absolutely
Right?
just statues.
They're just statues. They're not real. Gigans are dead.
You
Gigans are gone.
hear the sound of stone grinding on stone, and 7 eyes land upon you.
Meep.
I can't go in there. I can't go in there.
7
I can't go in
statues
there.
have
I
all
can't go in
turned
there.
their head towards Ozias.
I can't go in there. I can't go in there.
Alright, you
I
stay
can't
out
go
here
in there.
then, and I go in there with my spirit.
You go in there.
I'll also follow behind Eritrea.
I'm gonna tap one of them with the spear to see if it's just a moving statue or if it's like actually alive.
You tap it with a spear. It is still looking outside. It does not move.
They're not moving.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean it's
Pretty
still
sure
looking
they all
at
just.
you.
Pretty sure
Yeah,
they
but
all
they're-
just moved to look at me.
I'm tapping it with the spear and it's still. Run, this is it.
Any of them have a massive spear in their hand?
I go look.
They all have massive spears in their hands.
Oh yeah, no, all of them.
Oh god.
Brontes, do you think this is magic of some sort?
If anything, I don't suppose stone can move on its own, so probably most likely yes. In fact, let's see here. Chosen creature understand you. DM, is there any writings on the wall
As Brontes enters, each one of the statues stands up and draws 6 spears.
Oh, they don't like you as much
Okay.
as they don't like him.
Those
That's
6
not
they like
good.
him more.
Must be a Dragonlord thing.
I will attempt to utilize my universal speech feature. I hope it works.
Okay.
All right. As I say, hello.
They stand there, weapons drawn at the ready.
I come, and my friends come in absolute peace. We do not wish to disturb your sanctuary.
Hey, Dynamis.
Yeah.
They might listen to you.
Brontes, step out of the temple.
Yeah. Okay. I begin to step backwards, keeping my eyes on these statues, not turning my back towards them.
Okay.
I will walk into the temple.
6 statues kneel. 1 sits down. The large one sits down and opens 6 hands towards you. But the other 6 all kneel.
Oh, this feels right. And wrong. Brontes, don't hate me more.
Like, I think this is your home, friend. You lead the way.
I think Ozias was right when he said that this is your kind of show.
This is your path.
Do you approach the big one?
I do.
As you do, it sat there and it has all 6 arms offered out towards you, palmed.
Does it want a gift?
I think it wants a hug.
Touch it.
I do.
You touch it and you feel an incredible, overwhelming pain on your face.
Did it hit me?
It does not hit you, no.
Oh.
When he turns around, he has a 3rd eye open.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, Dynamis.
Eritrea, all magical effects and magical items stop working.
Oh, Dynamis.
You have a beholder eye!
You immediately, the eye closes and you immediately start puking. You feel sick to your stomach.
Did you know you could do that?
Ozias, you feel an itching on your face too.
Oh,
I have not
Man,
looked.
y'all are
I
gonna
have
look
not turned
weird.
around. I have not looked into the temple, so I don't know why. So I just think it's like, crap.
I wish I had like one of those big
Forests.
googly eyes.
We don't have that many bugs on the mountain. This is stupid.
Ozias.
So,
What?
as this happens, Ozias, you feel that necklace that Versi give you pulse. And you hear a voice. Oh. Oh. Finally.
Hello?
I have been waiting for you. Oh, gifted grandchild of mine.
Grandmother?
It is I. I do not have much time, but know that I will guide you on your path to resurrect the Dragonlords of old. And I will guide you on your path to exact vengeance upon Sidon, that super hot ex of mine.
A little more detail than I needed, grandmother.
Oh, the things he could do when he would. Right, right.
All of our parents are
Bring me
parents.
into the moonlight at midnight, and I will speak to you. And then the light fades.
Midnight. Moonlight at midnight, yes. All right. I want to ask you if there's a specific place this has to occur, but I distinctly feel like you won't be able to answer me. But moonlight
The
at
locket,
midnight.
the locket slams back shut as you realize that it opened while she was speaking, but you didn't look at it. It slams back shut, and you feel whatever presence was there is currently gone.
I will kind of stand up, holding it, turn around, still staring at it, look up. Dynamis, you have a smudge on your forehead.
By the time you turn back around, it has already closed back, and he is puking everywhere.
Are you all right? What did she do?
Oh, he grew a third eye.
What?
I think he's sick. Anyone got any herbs or remedies in the backpack?
I think it's actually worse than that. He's just dry heaving because he has nothing in his stomach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dry heaves are worse. Oh. It's like there's no relief of anything leaving.
Peppermint tends to help with nausea, but you can't eat anything, so I don't think that would help.
And I puke?
There's nothing to puke.
Yeah.
It's just dry heaving.
Yeah, but nothing could come up because I could technically swallow what I had, which would
Puke and
just be
ash.
And turn to ash.
I mean, he's not wrong. It is all dry heaving.
Yeah.
Guile is gonna go up to him, even though like that moment where magic didn't exist kind of stunned Guile back because
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a rush. And he's gonna grab this part of his wrists where that pressure point is and press up down on both of them.
You feel a little bit better, but your face hurts.
What happened? Did it hit me?
No, you grew a third eye and you canceled out the magic.
All 7 of them now have their eye closed.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I touched the big one again.
You do. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I think it was a temporary blessing to show what is to come of your path, given your lineage.
I don't want to puke.
I imagine the puking will pass once you learn how to use the third eye thing.
As you look through, each of these statues now is holding out one bottle of a liquid. It is 7 potions.
I will grab all 7.
Can I tell what
so
they
that
are?
no one else has.
I'm sorry, what?
Can I tell what they are?
They look identical to healing potions.
These are healing potions.
Yeah, we'll grab the 7 of them so that no one else has to step in here. Prontos.
That'd be much appreciated.
Dragons don't scare me.
Prontos walks in. They all Gronk spike the health potions. Oh, come on!
Throw the health potions, that's funny.
Fontesno's eyes are just sitting on the steps outside, looking over their shoulder, and the whole thing is occurring.
Are we allowed to safely go into the temple, or would these things awaken?
You can try. I can't go in there. I'm sorry.
As you guys walk into the temple, nothing further happens with the statue.
Oh, it's alright now.
Right.
Dynamis seems to have fixed it. Put them to rest, or sorts.
My tummy still hurts.
It's all right. You're okay. Everything's okay. Let's step out of the temple if that's all
I
right.
don't,
I
I
don't
don't have any more
I don't really.
crackers or anything, and it's not like they could eat them anyway.
It's okay. We'll get you a lot of crackers once we get you fixed.
My head hurts.
Growing a third eye will do that. I think. I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to grow a third eye. Kyra, am I going to grow a third eye?
That'll be
No idea.
interesting.
That'll be. I would hate to grow a third eye. Oh,
All right.
The only thing it'd be worse is if it was blind.
that would be. It's like yeah, exactly. You've got a third eye and it's absolutely useless.
You wouldn't be
Question.
crazy, but you might be a little unwell.
Question, like we're hanging out here for a little bit.
Approximately an hour, yeah.
Okay. Are their hands still kind of out like this?
The big one is. The rest of them are sort of in a passive.
I'm I'm just gonna crawl up into its hands and just kind of use it as like a lounge.
Hand chairs.
Yeah.
You do.
They immediately squeeze shut.
Hey, it'd solve one problem.
But you do. Taking these few minutes, laying the dead to rest, do all of this. The path before you appears. The path which was once closed appears to once again open after you receive the blessing of Thylea herself. Because, dear grandchild, this is not Demetria's woods after all.
It's Grandma's woods.
Welcome to Grandma's house.
You're just a gardener, bit.
You're my naughty grandchild. She's saying that to Demetria. Anyway.
Yeah. But you guys begin to travel forward. Who is leading the way now?
Whoever it is has guidance.
You get a bardic inspiration and foresight.
I will. Save that bardic inspiration.
All
I was
right.
gonna say, yeah, let's not break what ain't broke.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I haven't used mine, so
I also
Excellent.
can't get us lost though. That's why I was usually leaving, is I can't get us lost.
Yeah, rangers can't get lost.
Yep.
okay.
That's why I can't get us lost. And I can't be surprised while tracking.
Oh, dang it. Well, you
My
get
goodness.
another double surprise.
Rangers.
I'm really good at doing ranger things and not anything else.
Excellent.
I imagine it starts off like I'm like now a little overly confident, like we're gonna go this way,
And I turn you towards the
Eritrea's
right
like,
direction. Yeah.
Slightly
Yeah.
adjust
This way.
you.
It's this way.
Here you go, big guy.
All right.
Yeah.
Trey, you get bardic inspiration. You get a +5 to that passive perception.
24 passive perception.
Okay.
You also can't be surprised. Just period.
So you continue to travel, and
23.
I flashed you a thing,
We have been
and
flashed.
you have been flashed. The clearing grows wider as you continue eastward. Ruined architecture seems to suddenly loom over you. You realize that what you thought were trees are actually towering pillars of fluted marble, overgrown with vines and green moss. The columns stand in 2 rows, marching towards a massive stone temple facade. The ruins are worn with unfathomable age, and several of the pillars are toppled and shattered centuries ago. Dozens of tree roots wind their way through the clearing into the temple, climbing over fallen pillars and rupturing through the walls of this temple. And this art is brought to you by Zepuku.
Zabuku!
And Che is actually, as far as I realize, playing through Odyssey of the Dragonlords with his player.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is so pretty.
That is very pretty.
That is so pretty.
As you start to approach the temple entrance, I have another thing to flash you. There, you have been flashed.
Ooh. That is cool. That is so very nice.
With a 24, as you approach, you can see the plants quivering and moving as if they're waiting for you, Eritrea.
Eritrea, everything all right?
Something doesn't feel right.
Is it? Do you
Did you
sense? Go ahead.
Did you get a third eye too? They don't feel good.
No, I just have the sense that something's about to come and try to attack us, but I usually have that feeling, but
I just
Yeah,
dragged you on the map, right?
yes.
Yes.
Yep.
As
Well,
you
we're
say this, you
pretty right
hear
about it.
a laughing, and growth bursts out and through the temple.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
Ooh.
As the plants all start to grow wildly.
That's a freaking cool map change. That's freaking great.
Thank you, thank you.
And if I can, I would like to empower Amethystos armament.
You cast your Amethystos armament.
Oh, Ozias,
Yes.
you did that before, yeah?
Yes.
I learned a trick, and he cast
Okay.
Armor of Agathis on himself.
Nice. What level are you casting it?
1.
So you get 5 temp.
And you punish things for attacking you.
Well, actually, you would have more than 5 temp as a base, so you could use that instead. Because what? You've got Inspiring Leader.
Yes.
So that'd be what, 10? Right? You guys are level 5?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
Mhm.
your stuff is a 6, so it'd be 11 temp. Would you like to give us an inspiring speech, Guile?
Well, we're slowly tracking through the woods. It's like she wants to divide us and conquer us by her own fears and her own cruelties. But together we're strong, and we could do this. Just, Ozias, don't die this time. I believe in you.
And as he says this, the vines themselves start to twist and wrap. That's an 18 to hit you, Guile.
It, it does. Except I did surge when I casted, and there's a pretty gnarly effect that has happened.
Oh man, you're at the center of a 10-foot radius anti-magic field that negates all magic equal to or less than level 5 for 1 hour. Oh! Ozias, Amethystos armament goes away.
Dang it. Because it's equivalent to level 2.
What could
Do you
Would I-
remember
would
that
I-
you also had a plus to your charisma for like I don't know what was that, a
A
month
day.
or a week or a
a
day?
whole day?
A whole day.
Yeah. Would you say that would just undo the spell you just cast? Oh wait, you said that. Wait. You said that you cast it at first level.
Yeah, we're looking at you have 2 and under, right?
Yeah, the wild surge would be 1 because it's the level you cast it at.
Yeah, I thought we had to get it.
Oh,
I thought
So
if it.
since you
so it
cast,
doesn't trigger.
yeah, it doesn't trigger because you didn't cast a second level spell.
Oh, okay. I thought it. I
If you
for
would
some
have
reason-
upcasted Armor of Agathis with a second level slot, it would have triggered.
Okay, so never mind then. Whew.
Amethyst's Armament is not destroyed. Your spell does not
Woo.
go off, but as you cast this Armor of Agathis, this vine reaches out, wraps around you, hits you for 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. Roll initiative.
Oh no.
After we roll initiative, guys, we are going to hop into a quick break. We might get through one round of combat before we'll have to call this a night.
Oh,
So you said
Okay.
like how many temp did I get? Because I did the sparring later.
11.
11. Okay.
Okay, so I took 11. Took my
you
temp. 11.
take one
You took your
actual
temp,
point of damage.
but it does take 5 cold from you.
Yes. And initiative. A 6. Under 10 again.
Under 10 again. And as we get this all set up and ready, guys, we will be back in just a few minutes.
I beat Urtrick, damn it!
Run those wonderful songs, and we will see you soon.
Oh man.
Oh, sanitation.
Alright.
We're clear.
Gale, the curious one, with magic deep inside. You learn the past that you see, the future's where you'll ride. A coin that sparkles, burns so bright, a path that leads you far. To city of the dead, my friend, where secrets are the star. Oh, Gale, the curious one, your journey's just begun. With magic in your heart, you'll find the stories yet undone. You'll twist the threads of history and make the future clear. The curious one will shape the world and never show his fear. You left your home behind, you know, to chase the tales untold. A coin, a key to tunes so deep, where whispers will unfold. A restless soul, a bond so true, with Damon by your side. Together you will unearth the past, with magic as your guide. Oh, Gale, the curious one, your journey's just begun. With magic in your heart, you'll find the stories yet undone. You'll twist the threads of history and make the future clear. The curious one will shape the world and never show his fear. The burden's heavy, knowledge told, but still you press ahead. The future's bright, the past is gold, and soon you'll find your thread. Oh, Gale, the curious one, your journey's just begun. With magic in your heart, you'll find the stories yet undone. You'll twist the threads of history and make the future clear. The curious one will shape the world and never show his fear. Oh, Gale, the curious one, with magic you will run. Make the future bright, shining through the night. The curious one has won. In a realm of magic and mystery, where the legends come alive, under Titan's wrath and weather harsh, we're living to survive. A group of heroes brave and bold, on a quest they did embark, to slay a bull with tusk of strength from forces wild and dark. With spell and shield they faced the beast, their hearts were filled with dread. 2 hunters joined the noble quest, a foe to soon be dead. Through forest deep and river wild, they tracked the creature swift. With every step their spirits grew, this local pledge to lift. Oh, sing the tale of the heroes new, who faced the lightning tusk. With courage shown they fought the beast, and in prophecy they trust. To meet where see the oracle, their fate shall be revealed at last. Towards the future marching now, with legends of the past. To stand as one against the fall, they are on legends trail, and one day we'll stand proud for all.
And we're back. Thanks for giving us a little break to get things settled. We're all rolled into initiative, so let's change that music into something a little less foreboding and a little more exciting and hop right into it. Eritrea, you see as this vine snakes along and wraps up Guile and starts getting ready to squeeze the life out of him.
Bonus action, Amazonian battle cry, action to attack the vine that's grappling him.
Okay, you get really mad at the plants around you, and you stab that plant. Go ahead and roll your attack.
See, what type of things are plants?
Plants.
Or plant its own typeness? I can't remember if that's this or Pathfinder.
Both.
Okay. But not at advantage.
Correct.
What, no weaponized plantism?
I'm not mad at plants.
Apparently.
Ow.
You
She does not
crit.
hate photosynthesis.
Oh, let's see. It's not a favorite enemy, so that's minus.
Yeah. Do we reroll the
3.
damage real quick and just double it?
No, it'll be fine. We just won't add those extras on top. It's only a 2 on top. But the 30 will hit for another 12 plus 2.
I took favored foe off though. That 2 should be there.
Yeah, that's why the 2 is counted.
Oh, it should have been 14 then, I thought.
If you look at what I added, 12 plus 2 is 14, and I added a 14 and a
okay.
19 if you're going to
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
As you do, as you stab into this thing, it throws out a toxic sap. Guile takes 14 acid damage,
Ah.
as it takes 33 points of piercing damage.
Does it look like it took it all though?
Yeah. Your piercing damage looked like it pierced into this plant, and as it did, it released this burning sap. And you can hear Guile, I don't know, yell, scream in pain, yelp, get angry.
Ah,
This.
it burns. Don't do that.
This might be a problem, guys.
Here's the important question. Team NPC, in or out? I give you the choice on every fight.
I say bring him in.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
All right,
You know,
who's
if it-
controlling Schnuckelfeather?
You know what?
I can take Schnuckelfetter. Who is anyone riding Schnuckelfetter?
Currently, all 4 of them.
That works. Do they all fit?
Okay.
4 things can fit, yes.
Okay, I'd say leave them there.
Yeah, I mean, what about Neri? Because usually you have her out. Is she out or in?
She's gonna be really mad if I leave her out.
No.
I would probably still say leave her out just because the repercussions of her being in this fight.
Okay, Piglet of Legend, in or out?
Keep the Piglet of Legend out.
And the squirrel.
Squirrel, out.
DM, do you want me to use Corinna, control Corinna? Would that help you?
Yes, Corinna, yeah, you can absolutely control Corinna. She has the same stat block as Neri.
Okay, so I'll choose Neri's then, because I have her access to her character sheet and not Corinna's.
Okay. Let me...
You want to have Corinna stay on top of Schnuckelfetter with Peter directing her?
That's what I was thinking, because she's got range too, like Neri would.
Yeah. Peter can
Okay.
direct Schnuckelfetter, and then Corinna can stay on top of her.
Let's
And
see.
just kind of shoot from
Corinna
Griffin back.
should now be in the ally folder for all players and edited and controlled by all players. You should be able to see a
Yes, I
Yep.
can, thank you.
flash. There you go. Okay then. Then those are fair game. Does someone have control of Schnuckelfeather? Dynamis, is that you?
I got her.
Cool.
Mason got it.
All right, Eritrea takes her turn. You stay where you are?
I'll move up a little bit. That's my turn.
All right, you did not move out of range. This vine over here reaches out and attacks Schnuckelfeather.
No!
At advantage. That is a 22 to hit Schnuckelfeather for 13
Yeah, it'll
and a
hit.
grapple.
Okay, noted.
There's a grapple. Schnuckelfeather ain't going nowhere. Let's see. Oh, perfect. So you see this one snake its way from these plants over, and then it reaches out towards Brontez at advantage. One vine whip.
Great.
Ooh, a crit for 17 and a grapple.
Damn.
All right, there you go, and we add in all that extra damage. All right.
Tanias looks and yeah, he is going to make an opposed strength check. I said athletics check. Where is it? There it is. Versus a, let's see, so he gets an 18. Good thing he didn't have exhaustion. Versus a 14. He snags Guile with one of his rays, or one of his grappling hooks, and then he proceeds to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. As he snags Guile over to him, and then the both of them go moving forward and out.
Yeah.
And then with his action, he is going to throw something at Dynamis. And he is going to cast Shield of Faith. Dynamis, you get a +2 to AC.
Yeah.
As he casts Shield of Faith on you, and that will be his turn. Let's go ahead and throw that shield on you. That's a good buff.
Yeah.
As he says, Testudo formation! And he throws a potion, and it looks like a shield forms over you. What was that? Yes.
Main action upgrade. So spend 4 points to grow arms and wings and all that stuff. Then bonus action, because Amethystos armament is on. Tail's gonna lash out and stab at this vine that has Brontez. This is a
Okay.
bonus action. That is 13 points of bludgeoning. Or I'm sorry, that's 10 to hit. -3, 7 to hit.
A 7 will miss. As you go to lash out with this tail, this thing sort of wraps up Brontez, and you hit the ground right next to it.
Dang it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna hold position right next to Brontez. I'm gonna step a little kind of forward to kind of, I guess, start blocking it. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna try and step over here to kind of start blocking that off.
The meat of it is that area where its token is, but it does have the reach to stretch around. As you move, you feel yourself stuck in a difficult terrain. Eritrea is unaffected by this as a ranger because of a class thing, but
I counter
you are
with
too.
Plant Walker.
As you feel Arboress guiding your steps, and this thing doesn't tangle you up.
All right. That is gonna be turn. Team NPC.
Team NPC.
Let's see. Schnuckelfeather is going to try and break the grapple, try and break out of that thingamajigger that's holding it. That is 15 strength check. I believe the DC is 14.
Oh yeah, it would be a DC. Ignore that roll. Let's see. The DC is a grapple DC is 14.
All right. So Schnuckelfeather breaks out of that. How high is this canopy here that we're dealing with? Because I know it's been getting denser.
Yeah, so we'll say that the canopy starts at about 80 feet.
Okay. Then Schnuckelfeather is going to take to
Let's
the air.
call it an even 50 feet. That'll be easier to keep track. Even 50.
Schnuckelfeather is going to take to the air. She is going to climb. And Team NPC is going to move up to...
As she does, she's affected by that difficult terrain and has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hold on. Okay. 7.
She goes to fly up, and as she does, Snooglefeather gets tied and falls prone 10 feet to the ground, taking 1d6 of fall damage. And I need a dexterity saving throw from Corinna and Peter. 3. Oh, I'm still Demetria. Hold on.
Yep.
Here we go. Corinna fails and takes 3 points of fall damage and is also prone.
I can't reach Peter. Hold on.
Didn't she use a movement to stand up on her turn?
When her turn starts, yes. Right now we're doing Snooglefeather. It is currently her turn, so she can play around with it, but one player at a time.
I do not have access to Peter.
Let me fix that. Oh, that's because he's just a bandit.
He's not just a bandit, he's our bandit.
There you go.
Bandit. That's just bio and info that I got. I don't have control on it.
Oh, well, in that case, what about now?
And I don't know if I
Lurk?
can reload it. There it goes.
He does not have any firebrands. Before you say anything, he's not that kind of bandit. He wasn't part of that gang.
No worries. All right,
Pocket
you said it was
man.
what was the check against the fall damage?
Dex.
Is a dexterity saving throw. So you should be able to click his token and just hit the save button on top.
Yeah, no attribute, all that fun stuff. Okay.
Hold on.
There
There we go. 9. He rolled a 9. I'll just do Peter.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
He rolled a 9. He also takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage and falls prone.
Okay.
What else does Snooglefeather do?
Oh, in that case, Snooglefeather will use half her movement speed to stand up. I'm not sure how
She's
much
in
I
difficult
lost.
terrain. You cannot double half your movement speed because you've already used 10. Unless she dashes.
Well, she used her action to break out.
Ah, yep. So she's stuck prone.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's prone for now.
Peter
That's
will
gonna
use
be
his
turn.
movement to stand up. Half your movement doubles to your movement. He will stand up, and I guess he will fight. He will cut for 4 slashing. Corinna, what does Corinna do?
All right. This assassin vine that had us grappled, is it still grappling us?
No, it is not, but you were in difficult terrain.
Yep. So double my movement to stand up.
Yep.
And then, am I as close as I am on the map to it?
Yes.
So it'd be disadvantage with the longbow.
Yes, you are in melee.
I think I'm gonna use my action to disengage to back up.
Okay. You move at half speed because of the difficult terrain. When you move that far, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw because you move 10 feet in the difficult terrain. So she gets to right about here and falls prone, and as she does, this thing will lash out with a vine whip using its reaction for an attack of opportunity with a 16 to hit Corinna for 13 bludgeoning.
That'll hit.
As she gets grappled again. So Snooglefeather breaks out, tries to fly away. As she does, she gets tangled by all the thorns and vines and roses. Hits the ground. They stand up, try to attack, and this thing lashes out and grabs Corinna once more. That is Team NPC. Do we have any other NPCs? Dynamis, roll a d4. Tell me if it's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Roll a d100.
Also, double check your mic. I don't think we can hear you.
Oh, me?
No, Dynamis.
Oh, okay.
It's funny because I rolled a 1, and then he said, roll a d100. I said, shit. And you immediately laughed. Like you could hear me.
It's funny.
I could read your lips there.
I got a 62.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm pulling things up. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
A lot of 1s tonight.
I will get to that. Moving forward, who is next?
Bronte.
Let's see. We have Brontez. Start doing stuff, and I will get to what you rolled on the 62 as soon as I pull it up.
Excellent. Escape from the grapples in action, correct?
It would be, yes.
I'll attempt to see if I can escape from the grapple.
1 second. So, oh man, this is terrible. 1 second, because this is actually going to do stuff. Kyra, on Team NPC's turn, she sneezes, and grass grows on the ground in a 60-foot radius. If grass is already there, it grows to 10 times its normal size.
Oh no. Against
But
any
no
other
mechanical
opponent.
benefit.
Any other opponent.
Guile,
Anyways,
fireball.
go ahead, Brontez.
All right, excellent. Let's see here. To counter grapples, it's acrobatics or athletics, or is it both?
Either, actually, your choice.
Excellent.
A 9. So you use your action on an acrobatics check, and you are stuck fast.
Like, guys, I'm I'm moving nowhere fast. Someone help me
As
out
he
here.
speaks, as you speak, it uses its reaction to crush. When a creature grappled by the assassin vine speaks, it crushes the air out of your lungs, causing you to immediately begin suffocating. And for the suffocating, you begin suffocating. You can survive for a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier. At the start of your next turn after that, you drop to 0 hit points and begin dying. You cannot regain hit points or be stabilized until you can breathe again. What's your con mod?
My con mod is a 3.
You got 3 rounds before you start suffocating. So you go to call out to your friends, and this thing constricts the breath out of you.
Oh no. And I can't, and I'm suffocating. Can I still speak? Or
No,
no?
you have no air.
And I can't use spells with vocal components.
You cannot.
And you're a bard.
I know.
Oh
It
no.
hurts. Oh no. Oh.
So
Okay.
you are out of. You have no movement. You have no action. All you have is a bonus action, and you can't speak.
Oh man, this really that puts me into perspective. Oh no. Okay, is there anything I can do this turn?
Drink a healing potion. I know that off the top of my head.
Yeah. If I could definitely do that, but like, oh man, I can't. I still need the vocal component. I can't use Fate Touch for this. Ah, shoot. Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. Uh, that is my turn. Oh my gosh.
It changes the weather a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. 1 second. I'm trying to see one thing. There we go. There it is. Let's see. So we've got you right there, and you go 10. Yep. So this one emerges out of that plant there and is going to lash out at Peter at advantage. 23 hits Peter for 10. And Peter is grappled.
No.
That's its turn. Guile.
Guile's thinking about fire and looking at the things he wants to do. Alright. He's going to take 2 steps up, and he can see this assassin vine, right?
Yeah, the ones. Which one? I'm sorry. Can you ping it? Yes, absolutely. That one is wrapped around Brontez.
Alright. He's going to firebolt it.
All right, make your attack.
Find firebolt again.
Oh man, we got it. What do we have here? Ooh, a nat 1. So it just goes. Let's see. My camera just died. This one.
No, your camera's good.
Or no, not my camera. My camera light.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
There we go. But nat 1, so it shoots. Oh, that was a good damage roll too.
Yep.
But the magic goes wide, and you can hear the creeping and crawling and snapping and movement of these plants. And underneath it all, you can hear the laughter of Demetria. Anything further?
Can I? Let's see how. I have to see how far he is. Can I use my telekinetic bonus action to pull Brontez towards me?
You absolutely can. Make me a charisma check. You need to beat the grapple DC.
So just charisma.
Yep. 17. You yank Brontez 5 feet outside, breaking the grapple, breaking the suffocating condition as you take a large breath of fresh air, Brontez. Feel towards Guile. That is an excellent use of that feat. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, my brothers. You're on fire.
And now I'm done.
All right. Dynamis.
I don't like it. So, now that I'm back in the Oldwood, I'm starting to get that old feeling of like being home, being here. And this is all Demetria's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I would like to
She's gonna stand up.
go big,
Okay, you embiggenate.
and then bonus action rage.
Nice. Let me add a rage to you. And then let's go ahead and add a rage on the board. Time tracker. Duration 10 rounds. Name is Rajay. Boom. That is your action economy. Do you want to move at all?
Um, I do. I would love to go towards this giant mass of like don't step here, but yeah. I'm actually gonna stay here and make sure that none of my allies get caught up.
All right. Top of the round, we did one round of combat. I know that you East Coasters, it's a little late. Do you want to do one more round of combat, guys?
Brian?
Really, your guys' call.
I could do one more.
I could do one more, but
Yeah,
then
let's just do one more.
yeah.
All right. Well, Then, top of the round, you guys have 1 minute. Who wants to say something?
I could get freaking firebolt to hit ever.
I could.
If we can all start pulling back, I got a whammy I could hit it with fire, and it probably sucks to be a plant in fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure to hit the ones that aren't being grappled by people.
Yeah, we might want to make sure we have everyone de-grappled before we launch a fireball, just in case there's some sort of
Yeah.
really nasty reaction. Which
Yeah,
my plan over with Schnuckelfetter was to have it attack the vine and try and grabby hands Karina out of the grip.
Okay. I'll attack the one that's off, that hasn't grappled anyone yet before it can. See if I can finish that one off.
Okay. And then Osiris is just going to start murdering plants.
I'll be doing my best to help you guys with utility. If you guys need to get closer to like those bigger branch of vines, because I can only assume that's going to come at us one of these days. I can probably vortex warp you guys or guile if you need to, like up like above the tree or something to get an angle on those things. Since I think they're all coming from the source, right? Like that's the source.
Maybe.
Since
Also,
All
keep
of
in mind
these
you can
overgrown
probably
plants here are where these things are coming from.
Okay.
also keep in mind you can probably also vortex warp people out of grapples if it comes to it too.
As long as I'm not
That's
grappled.
just-
Yeah.
As long as you're not dying.
As long as I'm not like grappled, yeah, because that's a vocal component. As long as I stay back and keep myself alive or not grappled, I think I can do that.
Who else, can anyone else do vortex warp as well?
Nope.
No,
No. No.
absolutely.
Yes.
Favorite
Can
spell, I
Tanias
can do it
vortex?
twice.
Okay. Let's try and keep.
I can also grab
then
2 people around if I use my bonus action and my movement. I'd still have an action to do something.
Okay.
Um,
Let's try and
but a
keep
whole lot of
Tanias
healing is
and Brontez from getting grappled. Because that choking thing is just gonna kill that.
I don't have verbal components. All of my spell casting is little potions I throw because I'm an
Oh.
inventor. Potion
Okay,
spell.
we'll just keep Brontez from getting grappled so he doesn't lose
And
his voice
Guile.
again.
Let's
Hello,
keep Guile from
hello,
getting
magic
grappled.
user.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I rescued Guile.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
Montez.
keeping Guile to do the thing too. No. I'm not ignoring that. I'm just thinking of keeping that vortex warp available.
I am just gonna hit these things with my maul, because we hit it with piercing damage, right?
Yes.
Piercing and slashing, yeah.
Yeah, I think piercing
Um,
and slashing is gonna do the
I-
thing. If I hit it with bludgeoning, it shouldn't.
I think
do-
it's anything,
on
because
me.
it's like a bleed. I think it's anything you hit it with, because I think it's like a bleed effect.
Yeah, but bludgeoning wouldn't cause the bleed effect.
You're doing damage to it, I think it would. It's like
Maybe.
the enemies. It's like the enemies that bleed fire, and they do fire damage every time you get hit. It doesn't matter. You're making it bleed. It's gonna do the effect. The thing
Well,
is
I
to
did
stay out
post
of
the
melee with
word
it
up,
when it does it.
and
Yeah, it takes any piercing or slashing. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So bludgeoning might do it.
Bludgeoning's good.
So I'll just target it from a distance then. The ones that aren't grappling people.
I'm gonna hit it with a rock.
If I can get close to Dynamis, I can amp up his hit pretty good.
Do the thing.
that's good. All right. Break, team. Break. Eritrea.
This one, I believe, is not being grappling anyone, right?
Not anymore. It's snaking back towards, well, it was Brontez.
Good. I'm gonna target that one.
Jeez.
Both
Bonus
of those hit, you
action.
deal 35 points of damage to it. That sap goes everywhere except on your allies.
Is it still up? Because I was gonna use my bonus action, but I'm not gonna double
yeah.
it though. I'm gonna use my bonus action, but I'm not gonna use my thrown weapon master.
Okay, so you just throw 1 for a 19. 19 will hit for
Yep.
another 17 points of damage. This thing is hardy.
Lance.
You're stabbing a tree.
Yeah. That's my turn. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Next turn.
Okay. All right. That is your turn. Do you move at all?
No, I'm pretty okay right here.
Like the tree on the shores of righteousness, you dig your roots in. Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Could tell she's well planted.
Where are we at? Okay, let's see. This one. Man, I missed turn marker 1. I really like that program. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's see. Where's he? Um. This one has Corinna grapple. So it is going to constrict. Corinna needs to make a Constitution saving throw or take 25 points of damage.
Oh God! That's enough to knock her out.
That's Dex. Hold on.
A 19, she takes 12 points of damage. And that is its turn. As the Assassin Vine starts to assassinate. This vine will snake forward and go back after Brontez.
Meep.
Meep.
12 to hit Brontez.
That does not hit.
Tanias' turn. Tanias is going to movement action, try to shoot a grappling line at Corinna, making an
That's a tough shot.
athletics check. A 7. This does not beat it. A 13 will not beat it. So he shoots one at Peter, run at Corinna, and he is instead dragged to them.
I mean, that could be worse.
Looking left, looking right. He's just going to throw a vial of acid at the assassin vine. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw. A 10 will fail, so it will take 28 points of acid damage. It starts to burn. It feels like an oversight, but it takes the acid damage. Ozias.
All right. Seeing that Corinna is in a little bit of trouble, I'm gonna bubble her with a bonus action.
Ooh,
She gets 20 temporary hit points.
And has partial cover.
That'll help.
Everything else also has partial cover from her. It's kind of a two-way thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then main action, I am going to siphon at this little vine right next to me that keeps going after my buddy, my mentor, my teacher, Brontez. That's a 11 to hit.
11 will miss.
Dang it. Second attack. Just a regular attack. It's also an 11 to hit. What the heck?
11 will still miss as you feel the weight of resurrection, and this thing, quick as a cobra, snakes around, and it starts paying attention to you.
Okay. Can I also make an intelligence check? Not I don't know if we get one free one, right?
You sure
I can't
do.
remember. If these things, as much damage as they're taking, does it still look like there's a different core to them, as if there's a core somewhere else that actually needs to be taking hit damage?
No, they're just hardy.
They're just hardy. Okay.
But make your intelligence check. I should have waited for that first.
Nature.
Yeah, go ahead. Nature seems like a good choice here. A 9.
Fine.
They're hardy.
They're just hardy. Okay. That'll be turn.
All right, after your turn, this tree reaches out towards Guile at advantage.
No.
A 25 against Guile for 9 points of bludgeoning and a grapple. Peter's turn. Peter does not want to be here. Peter will use an acrobatics check. Peter breaks for. Acrobatics is an action. He's going to move 5 feet right there, using 10 feet of his movement. Get tangled up in these vines, and he's going to wait.
Schnuckelfetter. Does Schnuckelfetter get her turn?
Yep.
Schnuckelfetter uses half her movement speed to stand up. Is
That will
Corinna
be
still
full
tangled?
movement speed.
I think Corinna's still tangled. She hasn't got. No, Tania's got her out, right?
No,
got
he got
pulled
pulled
to
to her. Let me move his token a little bit so you can see her. She's still prone. She is still grappled.
Okay, then she'll have to use her movement to stand up in action to try to get out of the grapple.
Schnuckelfetter is going to try and pull her out of the grapple.
Okay. Make an athletics check with the Schnuckelfeather. Schnuckelfeather gets the grabby hands and tries to pull as much as they may. With the action does not work. However, Schnuckelfeather has a bonus action, right?
Schnuckelfetter does have a bonus action for rifle through. I don't know if she can make a grapple check though with that. I don't think she can.
Go ahead and hit it, and the assassin vine has to make a strength saving throw, I believe. Throw me a rifle through up there.
Rifle through. It's rifling through the vine to get the Karina.
Yeah, I mean, she is grappled by it. It is holding her. It can use the Corinna if applicable. It steals Corinna and can use the Corinna if applicable. It's not applicable.
That's hilarious.
Schnuckelfetter stands up with Corinna and.
Corinna is
Turns
now
her into a
mounted
bow
on the
gun.
Schnuckelfeather.
Is she no longer in melee with it?
She is still in melee with the things, but she is on Schnuckelfeather, no longer prone, no longer grappled.
Okay.
And then Schnuckelfetter growls fiercely. But that's her action economy.
She's too far to make a shot, or she's too far to make a shot with her short sword.
Yep, she is too far for the short sword. She is close enough for the longbow if she wanted to. It would be at disadvantage.
Yeah, there's no one else in front of it though, so she wouldn't hit an ally, so we'll try it at disadvantage.
A 12 will miss. A 9 will miss, as Justin Casey has failed. All right, that is Team NPC's turn, correct?
Yes.
Brontes.
Okay. Well, now's a good time to see if any of this is going to work. I will look at the vine, and I will attempt to mind sliver it. I'm gonna take a bet, guys. I'm gonna see what happens.
It gets a -4.
Ah.
I think it fails.
It takes 4 points of psychic damage and is baned for a saving throw.
How do you mock this thing?
That seems like an oversight, but it is not immune to psychic damage.
Oh, that is great. And it's like, well, time to trim down that hedge of yours. If there's anything left inside you, that is.
You look like you don't get enough nitrates.
All right. After that, I look at Ozias and I say, "Come on, you can do this!" And you get a bardic inspiration.
Thank you. I need
He
it.
looks and he says, "Your parenchyma looks like kalenkama." And the vine shudders at
Did
the
someone
insult that you threw upon.
Someone trim you out of
its
season?
corpse. Yeah. All right, let's see. Assassin vine. What was this?
Oh, with my movement, I would like to actually, with my mirthful leap on top of this mausoleum or this statue here. How
All
high?
right,
How
make me a
tall?
dexterity saving throw.
You know what? I'll try it. Let's try it. Dexterity saving throw. 26.
Oh!
You do. You do, as these vines rip and tear at you, but you land on top of that mausoleum there.
All right. All right, and that's the end of my turn.
This assassin vine is going to take 5 feet up, and it's going to lash out at Peter with a vine whip. A 12 will miss Peter as he goes to start cutting and hacking with his short swords as this thing lashes out towards him. These things are great in surprise. Guile, you are grappled.
All right, so I did see the one vine crush Brontez
Oh yeah, as
As
soon
it-
as he talked.
as soon as he talks. So I'm going to burn a sorcery point. I think it's a sorcery point. Where'd it go?
Subtle spell
silent
is one
spell?
sorcery
Yes,
point.
one sorcery point.
I didn't know you had subtle spell. Beautiful.
Yes. And he is going to cast flaming sphere right there.
Hold on 1 second. Let me pull out your flaming sphere. If you could hit that button for me. Here we go. I do have a flaming sphere. There you go. You should be able to play with that.
So it's going to go yeah, and it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Gets a 16. What is your DC?
My DC is a 17.
Oh, because it went up. 16
Uh-huh.
fails. Go ahead and throw out that damn it. 5 points of fire damage.
Yes.
These thick green vines seem resistant to fire damage.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Well, it's all he can really do at this point. So he can he's gonna move as a bonus action. I can move the sphere 30 feet. I'm gonna move
Okay.
back 15 and ram it into it, and it has to do another dexterity saving throw and take more fire damage.
14. Takes 4 points of fire damage that time.
Yep. And the sphere's just gonna hang out there.
Okay. You do that.
I do that.
Your rage ticks down 1 round. Dynamis, what would you like to do?
Dynamite smash.
Chico. Oh,
Uh,
since you're about to roll dice anyway, roll me a D4 for Team NPC.
3.
Kyra doesn't do that. Kyra gives you a crisp high five, and she says, "Sorry about the grass."
Well, yeah, there's an old saying about grass, and I'll tell you later.
I don't know what it is, but there's an old saying for it.
All right, so it's your turn, your action. What do you want to do?
I'm going to. Come on. I'm going to attack this vine right here.
Are you reckless attacking?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, you choose to reckless attack. You are not currently flanking. Let me put the easy target on you so we'll remember for next time. Go ahead and make your attack roll at advantage. A 10 will miss. I'm sorry, an 11 will miss. Second swing. A nat 20.
Way.
About time.
That'll do it.
That will be 40 points of bludgeoning / radiant damage to it. It is bloodied. And do you want to move this thing 5 or 30 feet?
Yes. 30 feet, like straight back this way.
So just in a straight line away from you?
Yeah, like
It goes flying 30 feet.
um. Everybody else is not tangled except for Guile, right?
Correct.
He's not being choked, right?
No, not yet.
Okay. Um. And let me just. I'm gonna move up closer to him.
Let's see here. You are not close to any of them, so you. Oh, yes, you are actually. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Well, I was here. I moved it closer this way so that I'm not standing over Eritrea.
I gotcha. Yeah, still make me that dex save.
Okay.
13. You fall.
Oof.
As when you go to get up, you feel these vines and overgrowth wrapped around your ankle, and it knocks you prone. All right. With that, we are at the top of the round, but we are out of time for the night. Our hardworking New Englanders can't play any later tonight. So, with that, good luck, everybody, figuring out your things for the week. If you liked what you saw, we will be here at the same CEN time on the same CEN place next week, next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific, and you can extrapolate from there. I have been your DM, John. Thank you for tuning in. I'm joined by my wonderful players, Rose, Mason, Nost, Brian, and Ray. And until next week, everybody, we'll see you around.